party as Congress Chief of Telangana that he is being summoned for something that it is now accused the social media team of the Congress of having doctored or created a fake video and subsequently also helped to tweet and retweet it, in that sense spreading disinformation, spreading something that the BJP has called as lies. Back to you.
Right, Uma, thanks very much for joining us with that update. There's a dramatic scene. Certainly Hyderabad is where all the action is, but Ratneep, going across to you as well, the first arrest has been made in this particular video from Assam in this particular case. So what details do you have of who has been arrested?
That's right. Now, Guwahati City Police has come out with an official statement that a 31-year-old person named Ritam Singh, who in his Twitter handle he identifies himself as the war room coordinator of the Congress. But what Congress is telling us that he is a Congress supporter. He has been arrested under several sections in connection to a tweet which he allegedly did of this fake video, and he has been booked under several charges. He has been arrested today. 2 mobile phones and a laptop has been seized from his custody. The investigation is continuing. That's what Guwahati City Police is telling us. In fact, Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma has tweeted about this arrest, and incidentally this arrest had taken place today when a short while from now Union Home Minister Amit Shah would be leading a massive 2-kilometer long road show in Guwahati in support of party candidate for the third phase election. In fact, behind me you can see people are lining up for that road show, which is going to be a major show of strength of the BJP in Guwahati, a seat which the BJP is holding since 2009. So this is Guwahati happens to be a BJP stronghold. Amit Shah would be here, in this road show, which is 2 kilometers long. Remember, in every phase of polls in Assam, right from the first phase where he did a road show in Tinsukia, from where we reported, then in Silchar for the second phase, and now in Dibrugarh, all 3 prestigious seats. So Amit Shah would be also here. And remember, in third phase, there are 4 seats going to polls in Assam. Out of these 4 seats, the Guwahati seat, which is the prestigious one, is the only seat which BJP is contesting. The other 3 seats have been left for its allies in Assam. And in fact, perhaps on a day when this road show is going to take place, a massive show of strength of BJP. Now, in this the fake video case, the first arrest has taken
from
place in
Assam,
Assam, where a 31-year-old man has been arrested.
Right, Ratneep, thanks very much for joining us with that. Our senior colleague Neeta Sharma, who tracks the Ministry of Home Affairs, is also now joining us live from the NDTV newsroom. So, Neeta, fast-paced developments in this story now. One arrest has been made from Assam. The Telangana Chief Minister, the summons have been served to him at the Telangana Congress headquarters. What next now? And several accounts have had shared this particular video. And talk to us about this video. It's also because the BJP says the original video had the Home Minister advocating for reservation. Meanwhile, this doctored video, in that particular video, Amit Shah is seen, advocating for the abolition of reservation.
Yes, and that's the reason why the BJP, the Telangana unit of Bharatiya Janata Party, have also forwarded a complaint to the Election Commission of India, asking them to take action against all those Twitter handles who have retweeted it or uploaded it. In fact, even Delhi police, what we are learning now, Revanth, is they have given notices to not only the sitting Chief Minister but also Congress leaders Mane Satish, Naveen, Shivasankar and Asma Taslim. Notices have also been served to these people, and they have been asked to, when they come for interrogation, to join the probe here in Delhi. On May 1st, they have to also bring all those digital devices, whether it's a mobile, it's a tablet, iPad or anything from which they had uploaded or retweeted that video. The notice clearly says that the IFSO unit of Delhi Police Special Cell has registered a case against these people. The sections pertain to IPC and also IT Act. As far as IPC is concerned, illegal activity and propagating fake news. IT Act also stringent sections have been included. Delhi Police Special Cell swiftly registered a case, and in the morning they were in Telangana. Already notices have been served to these people and they have been asked to join the investigation for 1st of May. Revanth?
Right, Neeta, thanks very much for joining us with that. So important details being shared by Neeta there, that it's not only the Congress Chief Minister, the Telangana Chief Minister who has been summoned, but several other Congress leaders have been given notices as well. Umar Sudhir, Ratneep Chaudhary, Neeta Sharma, thanks very much for joining us on this big story that we're tracking at this hour. But moving now to the other big headline, well, the Supreme Court has stayed the CBI probe into the teachers' recruitment scam against the West Bengal government. Remember, the Calcutta High Court had cancelled the appointment of over 24,000 teachers who were recruited under the government panel of 2016. In fact, that 2016 panel was also dissolved. In fact, these are visuals of Minister Partha Chatterjee as well, who has been arrested in this particular case as well. And, you know, a lot of cash was recovered. Cash and jewelry was actually seized in this particular case as well. The allegation is, well, that in exchange of the appointment of 24,000 teachers, there was some sort of discrepancy that was found as well. There was cash and bribes that were given by the officers of the West Bengal government. In fact, look at these visuals, amounts of cash that were actually recovered by the Enforcement Directorate during multiple raids by the Enforcement Directorate, by the central agency. I'm being told Aishwarya Jain, our colleague, is now joining us live on the broadcast. So, Aishwarya, would you look at it as some sort of an interim relief at least to Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee?
Well, certainly it is the Supreme Court who has upheld the decision. Of course, the CBI probe in this case will go on. There would be, the new jobs that were initiated that would be upheld. I've been joined by Mr. Fardesh Shamim, who will give us the perspective of how this order has come out from the Supreme Court. Sir, please, if you can share to our viewers that what happened in the court, what transpired, and what will it, what impact it will create as far as these vacancies and these teachers are concerned.
West Bengal Central School Service Commission, they conducted the selection process of 4 categories. One is two non-teaching category, that is Group C, Group D, and 2 teaching categories, that is 9, 10 and 11, 12 selection process of teachers appointment. And that process initiated in the year 2016. Ultimately, Calcutta High Court passed the judgment regarding this 4 selection process, and Honorable Justice Devanshu Bosak and Honorable Justice Sabha Razdi terminated the 25,753 candidates' appointment. Why this cancellation? There are several issues, multifold issues. Number 1, there is a OMR sheet marks manipulation. Number 2, non-listed candidate appointment. Number 3, after expiry of the panel, lots of candidates got appointment. There is a violation of rules. There are dehors of rules. There is a manipulation in the list. There is a non-maintaining the reservation policy. So there are several issues. And moreover, the tented candidate and non-tented candidates are non-separable. Today, Honorable Chief Justice time and again says, how could you separate the tented candidate and non-tented candidate? Because OMR sheet is destroyed by the recommendatory authority. The recommendatory, who is the recommendatory authority? The SSC is the recommendatory authority. The SSC is the Article 12 authority. They ought to preserve all the OMR sheets. They destroy, first they destroy the physical copy. Thereafter they destroy the digital copy. So physical copy as well as the digital copy, both copy is destroyed by the Article 12 authority. The CBI recovered these 3 hard disks from one gentleman called Pankaj Bansal, who is the employee of NISA, and from that copy we get the glimpses of that there is a huge manipulation of OMR marks. Suppose a candidate got 0, but in tabular sheet, SSC tabular sheet shows 53. It's a huge mark manipulation.
Okay.
So we got that glimpses from that particular 3 hard disks, which is recovered by the CBI. And ultimately the court upheld that copy is genuine. That copy is 65B certified copy. So the court upheld that, yes, there is a OMR sheet manipulation, there is a non-listed candidate appointment, there are candidates, lots of candidates who got appointment after expiry of the panel. So there is a manipulation of rules, there is a manipulation in the list, there is a dehors of rules.
A lot of things are emerged. Sir, you're saying that the Supreme Court has also stated that the CBI will continue to probe in this case only those teachers who had been appointed with the martial class, that will be affected in this?
Yes, 25,753 candidates. Already their job is terminated.
Okay.
So that termination order still exists because the court uphold that termination order.
Okay.
Only portion is state that is regarding creation of supernumeric post. Whosoever related to the creation of the supernumeric post, they will not taken into the custody.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So that portion is state, but CBI investigation will continue.
CBI investigation will continue. The numeric post that had been created, that will not taken into the custody. That's the Supreme Court order. In fact, the advocate was speaking to NDTV and he had explained that how this is a partial relief for the West Bengal government.
Aishwarya, thanks very much for joining us with that update there. So, an interim relief certainly for the Mamata Banerjee government. Nevertheless, the panel has been dissolved and over 24,000 teachers, their recruitment has been cancelled and they've been asked to return their salaries. With that, we'll take a short break now, but news continues on the other side.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand.
Let's talk about Android. और Android से मेरा मतलब है let's talk about this Google Pixel 8 Pro. And the reason कि मैं आपसे Pixel फोन के बारे में बात कर रहा हूँ वो सिर्फ इसीलिए कि Android का जब भी whenever we have a latest release coming in, किसी और फोन में आपको अपडेट मिले ना मिले, जल्दी मिले या लेट मिले, these phones are the first ones to get it. And guys, this time we're talking about Android 15. जी हाँ, this phone is right now running on Android 15. At the same time, let me give you a full clarity कि ये Android 15 का एक full stable version नहीं है. This is just a preview right now that we have. Definitely has काफी सारी bugs, बहुत सारे issues भी हैं. Let's move ahead and explore at the same time कि आखिर हमको कौन से नए features हैं जो मिलने वाले हैं in the upcoming new release of Android, which is Android 15. अभी के लिए इस Pixel 8 Pro में, and who knows moving next in your own smartphone जो अभी आपके हाथ में है, आपकी जेब में है. जब उसमें Android 15 आएगा तो पता लगाना जरूरी है कि उसमें फीचर्स क्या मिलने वाले हैं हमको coming straight from Google.
Alright guys, so let's talk about Google's latest and fascinating offering, the Android 15. But this one's the beta version. This new update is packed with features that will make your phone feel like a whole new machine. Let's dive in. Android 15 is all about buttery smooth performance. Apps will open faster, animations भी काफी मजेदार रहेंगे और अब you won't face those annoying lags. Android 15 में notifications को भी एक नया look दिया जा रहा है. Your alerts will now be grouped smarter so you can easily see what's important and swipe away the rest. Plus, they've also added a new priority focus mode जो आपको temporarily सारे distractions except the most important ones को silence करता है. So now, focusing when doing something important is going to be that much easier. You'll get more detailed control over exactly which apps can access your location, camera, microphone, you name it. So now you can really be the boss of your own data. Android 15 brings a bunch of intelligent features that will make your life much easier. The at-a-glance widget on your home screen is getting a power-up.
Welcome back. The big political headline we're tracking very closely on NDTV. Well, in the the obscene videos case, in fact, JDS MP and Deve Gowda's grandson is now in the dock. In fact, he left for Germany amid the investigation. And now there are massive protests in Hassan, where he is a JDS candidate from in the Lok Sabha elections. And in fact, a JDS MLA also wrote a letter saying that he's extremely embarrassed by this case and the sex harassment charges against Revanth as well. Revanth has reacted to this entire controversy as well. He says that this is a political controversy. But remember, in Bengaluru, there was a special investigation team meeting as well, and they will be visiting Hassan soon also. Take a look at all the reactions that have come in.
Madam, just now they have handed over a memorandum to you. What are their demands?
A demand is these two people have to be detained. Okay?
So accordingly, whatever memorandum I have to read, I have to go through the whole memorandum. It is of almost 2 pages of memorandum. I have to go through it and take a necessary action.
Ma'am, it is a very sensitive issue. The administration should have taken suo moto action, but there was no action from on part of the.
What suo moto action? May I ask you?
Because when the pen drives were being circulated in the city, no action was taken by the administration either to stop it or to.
We didn't know. See, you tell something, he tells. This is the election time. You tell something and somebody tells something. So for because there is a lot of election work. So we should concentrate upon our election work first. Then all these pen drive thing. I actually didn't know about all this.
These clips have come out. I can only say, if somebody has done it, he has to be punished. There is no question on that. BJP is very clear on this. Let inquiry go on. If he is found guilty, let them punish them. I don't have any problem, and my party doesn't have any problem. And it is no question of him. Individual, somebody does the mistake, it never. And if whatever he has done in before our alliance took place, and we are very firm.
ಅವರು ಏನಿದೆ ಕಾನೂನು ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾವುದೋ 4 ವರ್ಷ 5 ವರ್ಷದ್ದು ತಗೊಂಬಂದು ಕೇಸ್ ಹಾಕೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಐತೆ. ನಾನು ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಈಗ ಅವನು ಮಾಮೂಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು, ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಇವರೇನು FIR ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತ, SIT ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತ, ತನಿಖೆ ಕರೆದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
ಅದನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟವ್ರು ಯಾರು? 3 ದಿವಸಗಳಿಗಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಬಿಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ ಏನು? ಯಾವುದೋ ಹಳೆ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಈಗ ಏನು ಎತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಹಿಂದೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಎತ್ತಲಿಲ್ಲ? ಚುನಾವಣೆ 2 ದಿನ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಮತದಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ಅದೇನೋ 25,000 1 ಲಕ್ಷ ಏನೋ ಹಂಚಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. SIT ರಚನೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. SIT ರಚನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ತಪ್ಪುಗಳಿದೆ ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಅನುಭವಿಸಲೇಬೇಕು. ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ನೆಲದ ಕಾನೂನಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿದರೂ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತಲೆ ಬಾಗಲೇಬೇಕು. ನಾನೀಗಾಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಹಾಸನದ ಚುನಾವಣೆಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟ ಹಾಗೆ ಚುನಾವಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಭ್ಯರ್ಥಿ ಗೆಲ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಗೆಲ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂದಿನ ವಿಷಯಗಳು ನನಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಇವತ್ತು SIT ರಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರ ಪಾತ್ರಗಳು ಏನೇನಿದೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಸತ್ಯಾಂಶ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬಂದರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಯಾರು ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಅನುಭವಿಸ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಇದನ್ನೇ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ. ಇದು ಫಲಿತಾಂಶದ ಮೇಲೆ ಪರಿಣಾಮ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಕುಟುಂಬದ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ. ಕುಟುಂಬ ಅಂತ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ? ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನೇ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ನಾಯಕರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳೋದು, ಕುಟುಂಬ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಯಾಕೆ ತರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ, ಕುಟುಂಬದ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಅಲ್ಲ.
See, the BJP needs to answer these questions despite knowing the fact that the Hassan MP was known for such antecedents, in spite of letters being received by them from BJP functionaries, from BJP office bearers, that there are thousands of victims who have been abused by the Hassan MP. Still they went ahead and gave the ticket. They were so quick to capitalize on the Hubli murder case. Why are they so silent now? Why aren't they protesting in every town? Why aren't they protesting in every village like they did during the Hubli murder?
पूरे राज्य के लोग शर्म से आज हमारे चेहरा झुक रही है. ये पूरे देश भर में एक शर्मनाक घटना घटी है. पूरे देश को छोड़िए, पूरे विश्व भर में ऐसा घटना मेरे ख्याल से दूसरी जगह नहीं. ये जो प्रज्वल रेवन्ना हमारी भारत देश का एक सांसद है, हासन से चुनाव लड़े हैं JDS पक्ष से. आज मैं इतना ही पूछना चाहती हूँ, NDA अलायंस है JDS में, और ये जो घटना घड़ी है वो पहले ही, हाँ, जो प्रज्वल रेवन्ना है पहले ही ऐसा आदमी है. ये महिलाओं के साथ बहुत ही बेहुदा हरकत किया है. ऐसा चरित्र ऐसा है करके पहले ही अमित शाह जी को और पहले ही कर्नाटक के जो BJP के अध्यक्ष है विजेंद्र को पता था.
जिस तरह से प्रज्वल रेवन्ना के सेक्स टेप्स बाहर आए हैं, प्रज्वल रेवन्ना है BJP के सहयोगी दल जनता दल सेक्युलर के उम्मीदवार. जिस तरह से इनके सेक्स टेप्स बाहर आए हैं, इससे पता चलता है कि बीजेपी का नारी शक्ति का नारा, बेटी बचाओ का नारा पूरी तरह से खोखला है। दो सवाल उठते हैं, बीजेपी आला कमान ने प्रज्वल रेवन्ना को टिकट क्यों दी जब आला कमान को मालूम था कि ये सेक्स टेप्स मौजूद थे? दूसरा, प्रज्वल रेवन्ना को इंडिया से भागने का मौका कैसे मिला?
SIT has started its work investigation. As you know, the senior police officer BK Singh is heading the team, and the team has got a very efficient officials in it. So for me, the concern is the protection of the victims so that they can freely come and lodge the complaint, and totally at the end we need to get the justice.
And our colleague Nihal Kidwai is now joining us live from Hassan. So Nihal, you posed a very pertinent question to the commissioner there, saying that there was no suo motu cognizance or suo motu action that was taken on their part. A, elaborate on that, and B, what is going to be the SIT's further action now, because the JDS MP is not in the country at the moment.
See, really it was surprised when I asked her that why suo motu action was not initiated by the district administration, and she told me that she was not aware. Do believe me that by 23rd, 24th, almost everywhere in the state of Karnataka was aware about the presence of these pen drives. But the district collector was not aware, the superintendent of police was not aware. These functionaries, if they would have taken the initiative, they could have booked a suo motu case and they could have started the probe, but it never happened. On top of that, when everybody was aware here, all politicians were aware here, it's not that it was not in public domain. Everyone was aware here because the pen drives were distributed on 22nd and 23rd, what I have been told here. They were kept in buses, they were distributed in parks, at public places. So everybody was aware except district administration. It's really quite surprising. And on top of that, now you see, on 26th, the elections had happened here, and on 27th morning he fled. He left India for Germany, what we have been told. And in the same evening, means on 27 only, the State Women Commission woke up and they wrote to the state government to form a special investigation team for the investigation. Only then the government of Karnataka started the action and they announced the formation of the SIT. Now SIT has been formed, and the BK Singh, who is the ADGP, is a very good officer. There is no doubt about it. But the motive of the state government is also being questioned here in Hassan.
Absolutely, Nihal. Thanks very much for joining us with that. Nihal is reporting from Hassan, where, of course, massive protests were seen in the morning against the JDS MP as well. And well, moving now to more news from Karnataka. Ahead of the second phase of polling in the state on the 7th of May, Prime Minister Modi launched a blistering attack on Congress's governance model in the state during his marathon rallies. He accused the party of making fake videos using his voice, adding that strict action will be taken against those doing so. He also called on voters in Bengaluru to report any such fake video. Take a look.
लेकिन जो लोग चुनाव हार चुके हैं, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस का दुरुपयोग करते हुए मेरी आवाज में ऐसी भद्दी चीजें आजकल सोशल मीडिया में डाल रहे हैं कि बहुत बड़ा खतरा पैदा हो रहा है। और इसलिए मेरी देशवासियों की अपील है कि कोई भी फेक वीडियो आपको नजर आए, आप पुलिस को जानकारी दो, हमारी पार्टी को जानकारी दो, कानूनी लोगों पर कार्रवाई होगी और उनको सबक सिखाया जाएगा। ये देश का कानून किसी के साथ भी इस प्रकार के खेल खेलने की इजाजत नहीं देता है।
And with that, we'll take a short break now, but we have some good news. Well, NDTV is all set to launch NDTV Marathi on the auspicious Maharashtra Day on the 1st of May.
Hope.
Hello everyone. I urge each one of you to exercise your right to vote. Your voice matters and all our votes shape our collective future. Let us make democracy stronger by going out and exercising our franchise. Jai Hind.
भक्तीचा सागर, बातम्यांचा जागर. NDTV मराठी.
This show isn't just about news from the southern states. It's one that looks at the rest of India and the world from a diverse South India point of view, because NDTV has always taken the southern view seriously.
The Southern View with Veera Raghav, only on NDTV 24/7.
After 5 years, we are again getting an opportunity to exercise our right to vote. This is a right which has been earned after a very long and hard struggle by our great leaders. We must not waste this opportunity. I have pledged that I will vote. I have appealed to all my family members and friends to come out and vote for the development of our great nation.
I do hope all of you are going to go out and cast your vote, and especially the youth of the country. And the youth and the corporate citizens, people who work in our urban centers and companies. You know, we are the, in many ways, we actually are the generation which is going to build the country. So I do hope all of you get out and vote. It is not just our responsibility, but it's also our core participation in building the future country of our dreams. And I am today pledging to vote. My vote is in Punjab on 1st June. So I'm pledging here to vote, and I do hope all of you do the same. So I'm going to just sign this pledge to vote.
all use Google Translate for various requirements. अगर आपको check करना है that how to say I love you in Spanish, it's very easy. Just type it down and आपको Google बता देगा that I love you को Spanish में क्या बोलते हैं. या maybe you want to translate a phrase or something. It's very easy way to translate between languages. But did you know that you can also do this to your PDF documents? Well, ये एक बहुत ही interesting tip है. Just imagine that you have a
Welcome back. Time now for a big NDTV exclusive. Piyush Goyal, who's been a three-time Rajya Sabha MP, has now for the first time taken on the poll plunge. And he spoke exclusively with my colleague Maria Shakil on the campaign trail in Mumbai. He launched a blistering attack at Uddhav Thackeray. He says that his dreams of dynastic politics have been shattered. Take a look.
It was in your house in 1980s that the alliance of the Shiv Sena and the BJP was inked in many ways, signed and finalized. How is the alliance, the battle of alliances taking place right now in Maharashtra? How do you look at it? Because the reason why I'm saying is that there are two Shiv Senas, there are two NCPs, so people are confused.
First of all, let me start by contesting what you said in the end. There are no two Shiv Senas, there are no two NCPs. The major chunk of the party is what matters. I mean, imagine 13 MPs and almost all the MLAs have come with Eknath Shinde, and they are the true Shiv Sena. The Election Commission has also endorsed that. Ajit Pawar, the entire MLA base and the public leadership which he has in the state of Maharashtra, the world recognizes he is the true leader of the NCP. So we have got a Mahayuti of the Shiv Sena, Rashtravadi Congress, the BJP, RPI Athavale Group, the Rasapa, and now the Maharashtra Navnirman Sena of Raj Thakre. It's a very robust, strong alliance. So we have some ragtag small groups which are remaining outside, more for their family affiliations, the desire of Mr. Sharad Pawar to install Supriya Sule at the cost of Ajit Pawar, or the desire of Mr. Uddhav Thackeray to install Aditya Thackeray. Even though, if you look back in history, Raj Thackeray was the rightful heir of Bala Saheb's legacy. So it's unfortunate that, as they say, blood is thicker than public adulation or public demand. And therefore, I don't believe that in any way there are two Shiv Senas or two NCPs. There is only one Shiv Sena, which is with Eknath Shinde. There's only one NCP, which is with Ajit Pawar.
Are you not worried that there is a possibility of sympathy for Uddhav Thackeray and Sharad Pawar?
One usually has sympathy for a person who has been wronged. And if at all somebody has been wronged in Maharashtra, it is Prime Minister Narendra Modi. If somebody has been wronged by the actions of Uddhav Thackeray, it is Devendra Fadnavis, who was announced as the Chief Minister candidate in rally after rally during the 2019 Assembly election in front of Mr. Uddhav Thackeray on stage. Our leaders have more than one occasion said Devendra Fadnavis will be the Chief Minister. We took votes in the name of Devendra Fadnavis. I think if at all there will be sympathy, that sympathy will be for Mr. Modi, for Mr. Devendra Fadnavis, for the BJP, who trusted Uddhav Thackeray.
Has the disillusionment of the onion farmers been addressed?
There is no disillusionment. I think it's more Mr. Sharad Pawar creating false narratives, which has been taken by the reporters as juicy news, so you are propagating it. Let me tell you the reality. Mr. Sharad Pawar was the Agriculture Minister of the UPA. On more than one occasion, he has banned the export of onions. He has put minimum export price on onions. He has restricted export of sugar. He has banned export of sugar. He has put minimum export price of sugar. Crops which Maharashtra is very much, which are relevant to the Maharashtra farmers. So it's not as if this has happened for the first time. Mr. Sharad Pawar started this.
And meanwhile, the other big interview, Prahlad Joshi spoke exclusively with my colleague Veera Raghav on the Revanna Rao, and he said that if the JDS MP has done anything wrong, he has to be punished. Take a look.
We're outside a nondescript rural North Karnataka home in the Dharwad Lok Sabha constituency, which is a pit stop during campaign for Union Minister Prahlad Joshi, who is been an MP, represented Dharwad since 2004. 2009 Dharwad, but earlier Dharwad North. Huh?
Yeah.
What's the defining feature of this election, sir? You've seen so many elections. What's the defining feature of 2024 Lok Sabha election? And I'm asking specifically to Karnataka.
Specifically to Karnataka and in particular Karnataka at large for entire country, what Prime Minister Shri Modi has said, that this is a trailer of whatever I have done in last 10 years, it's a trailer. That is, big picture is waiting. That is, one is developed India. Number two, in developed India, people should also have all comforts, minimum comforts, and people should not struggle for water, for their daily livelihood. And in a way, it is a upliftment from the poor class to the middle class. This is a big picture what I can see by what Shri Modi has said. And world-class infrastructure. By that, many investments will come. And our manifesto has also committed that India will become manufacturing hub. So lakhs of jobs will be created, crores together. Corridors and transportation, that is logistic, it is improving in a large way. These are all the things. One is investors will come and job creation will happen in a fast pace. By that, new middle class will be created.
So, as you say this, but when you look at campaign speeches, the BJP's campaign speech is attacking the state government on law and order issues. The state government's campaign is on centre not giving drought relief. Has it become a centre-state kind of election campaign?
Congress party want to make this election also as a local election. But people know it is election for the country, it is election for to make Modi Prime Minister third time. People know that very well. And Congress wants, यही जो छोटा मन से जो बात करते हैं, in spite of giving so much to the state, they want to divide between center and state. Whereas people are quite intelligent, they know for the sake of election these people are doing like this. And people have full confidence on Modi. Whatever Modi says or Modi does, that will be always right. This is the confidence people have. Because of this cheap politics only, party which had more than 400 seats, they have come to less than 50. And party which had more than 19 states at one time, today they are having just 3 states. Out of that, one is already on the way, it's out.
And meanwhile, Smriti Irani filed a nomination from Amethi, the high-profile constituency in Uttar Pradesh, and she spoke exclusively to NDTV's Tanish Punjabi. She says that it is immaterial who contests from the Congress. Take a look.
Today, Smriti Irani has filed a nomination from Amethi and she is joining us. Ma'am, पिछले 1-1.5 महीने से I've been seeing personally that आप लगातार लोगों के बीच में हैं and today you filed your nomination. How do you see the public's response, people of Amethi?
How do you see it? I think I've been very blessed that overwhelmingly, irrespective of how hot it was this morning, and we were right in the middle of the noon heat, people came out in big numbers to give their blessings and their support was expressed, and I'm grateful that also my party leadership, Mr. Nadda, our Prime Minister Amit Bhai, and the CM UP have given their support to make me the candidate of Amethi. Since NDTV has been around for a few days now, you've seen that just if you look at the last 10 days, I've done around 145 meetings. And BJP has done programs in around 325 places. So the fact that when you organize a program, you go to somebody else's who's a host, somebody else's darwaza, as we say. The fact that 450 different places in Amethi invited us for election campaign is more than a good indication of how robustly our campaign is running, and also an indication of yet again from Amethi, BJP will win and become a part of the Modi family.
So, ma'am, what is the, Smriti ji, what is the margin that you are aiming for this time if we talk about
Let the Congress announce its candidate.
Yeah, coming to that, there has been a delay, no doubt, about Congress announcing their candidate. बहुत देर हो गई है and आज कहीं ना कहीं बात हो रही थी कि हो सकता है अब आ जाए उनका नाम. Do you think it is a strategy? आपको क्या लगता है ये strategy है?
I wouldn't know what strategy are they envisaging. My only, I think, focus is on my party and especially the kind of work that we've managed to do under the Prime Minister's guidance and with the help of the Modi government in Amethi. I think that the Congress has clearly its role cut out for itself in Amethi. The Congress leadership is aware that this is a losing seat for them because if they were so confident of their victory, they would have announced a candidate by now.
बात हो रही है, ma'am, there are talks going on that either Rahul Gandhi or Priyanka Gandhi, any of the two can किसी का भी नाम हो सकता है. There could be like Rahul Gandhi could also go to Raebareli or Priyanka Gandhi could fight from Raebareli and vice versa. I just want to ask, आप personally किसको चाहती हैं contest?
Couldn't care less. Whoever comes will be defeated, surely, because both these entities have been absentee politicians from the area. One has been an MP here, missing for 15 years. I've worked for 5 years, of which 2 years was Corona. And especially when you talk about Corona, people wonder why they were never around to help anybody in Amethi and Raebareli for that matter. People today realize that if not for Prime Minister's benevolence in ensuring that every citizen gets free ration, many people would have faced much difficulty. Secondly, they also understand that if not for Prime Minister Modi, nobody would have ensured that free vaccines are made available to every Indian. So given that Narendra Modi's leadership has helped protect many lives.
So Smriti Irani there, candid on the campaign trail. With that, we'll take a short break now, but news continues on the other side.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand.
खूब
गर्वात मराठी, सर्वात मराठी. NDTV मराठी.
The biggest carnival of democracy, India's general election.
Prime Minister Modi makes a formidable bid for a hat-trick.
The opposition is trying to mount a united challenge.
And the southern parties are standing their ground.
As battle lines are drawn,
Join us on an exciting journey on the road to 2024.
Indian elections, a festival like no other.
And NDTV covers elections like no other.
When India votes, you can count on us.
After 5 years, we are again getting an opportunity to exercise our right to vote. This is a right which has been earned after a very long and hard struggle by our great leaders. We must not waste this opportunity. I have pledged that I will vote. I have appealed to all my family members and friends to come out and vote for the development of our great nation.
Welcome back. News now from Indore. In what seems to be a replay of what happened in Surat, the Congress candidate has withdrawn his nomination and joined the BJP in a surprise development. The BJP welcomed Akshay Kanti, who was a Congress candidate from Indore. Remember, Indore, of course, is a high-profile constituency. And now you do have independents in the fray still, despite the Congress candidate withdrawing his nomination, similar to what happened in Surat, where even the independents withdrew their nomination. Listen in to what Akshay Kanti, the Congress candidate, had to say.
नाम वापस ले लिया आपने? क्या कारण है?
And in news just coming in, well, the Supreme Court has recalled its earlier order on the abortion of a 14-year-old girl, in fact, a 14-year-old rape survivor. Now, remember what had happened in this particular case was that the Supreme Court had allowed abortion for the 14-year-old's 30-week pregnancy. Now, as per the law, if the pregnancy is beyond 24 weeks, 23 or 24 weeks, I think 24 weeks is what it is, then it requires the court's intervention, the court's permission. Now, the Supreme Court has said that this is an exceptional case and that abortion in this particular case can be allowed. But after the girl's parents, the survivor's parents, expressed concerns over medical risks and health risks, impending health risks to the girl, the Supreme Court said that ultimately it's the interest of the girl's health that is paramount. Keeping all of those sensitive concerns and details and the parents' plea in mind, the Supreme Court now has recalled its earlier order. The Supreme Court earlier, as I said, had cited that this is an exceptional case and that a 30-week pregnancy can be terminated given the sensitivity of this particular case. Aishwarya Jain, our colleague who tracks the Supreme Court, is now joining us on the phone line. So, Aishwarya, the Supreme Court, in a rare development, has recalled its earlier order because ultimately, as the Supreme Court says, it's the girl's health and the interests of the parents that have to be kept in mind as well.
Well, certainly, the Supreme Court has recalled its earlier order, this time allowing a 14-year-old rape survivor to terminate her pregnancy. Remember, Supreme Court reserved its order after the parents expressed their desire to have the baby after the concerns were raised with regards to the safety of the daughter's health. It is the Chief Justice of India who stated that this is in interest of the child, which is paramount. And after speaking only to the child's parents over the video conferencing, parents of the minor girl expressed their will to take their daughter back and at home and deliver the baby. Certainly, this is a very rare moment in the Supreme Court where such an order had been recalled, and certainly this had come only after it was the talks were initiated with the parents and the consent were also made, and CJI clearly had stated that this is an interest of the child which is paramount, and therefore the reason perhaps such decision has been taken.
Thanks very much for joining us with that. Perhaps the Supreme Court also setting an important precedent here in this particular order. And in more breaking news coming in, well, in the Revanth Reddy case in which the Delhi police doorstepped the Telangana Chief Minister over the probe in the Amit Shah fake video case, now the Telangana CM has reacted. He says that this is a political conspiracy and that the Delhi police is acting at the behest of the BJP, saying that the Delhi police is the latest political tool of the BJP. Listen to what the Chief Minister had to say.
CBI को इस्तेमाल कर रहे थे चुनाव जीतने के लिए। अभी मेरे समाचार मिला है तेलंगाना कांग्रेस पार्टी ऑफिस में दिल्ली पुलिस पहुंचा हुआ है। सोशल मीडिया में कोई पोस्टिंग लगाया, इसीलिए तेलंगाना के कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष को, तेलंगाना मुख्यमंत्री को हम अरेस्ट करते बोल के नोटिस लेकर तेलंगाना गांधी भवन में पहुंच गए। इसका मतलब नरेंद्र मोदी जी ईडी, इनकम टैक्स, सीबीआई हो गए, अभी दिल्ली पुलिस को इस्तेमाल कर रहे चुनाव जीतने के लिए। यहाँ पर कोई डरने वाले नहीं है भाई, यहाँ पर पलट के जवाब देने वाले हैं। देखेंगे आने वाले चुनाव में नरेंद्र मोदी जी और अमित शाह को हरा के दिखाएंगे कर्नाटक और तेलंगाना में, क्योंकि राहुल जी कन्याकुमारी से लेकर कश्मीर तक पद यात्रा किए। कर्नाटक में सरकार बने, तेलंगाना में भी सरकार बने। आने वाले दिनों में महाराष्ट्र में भी अपना सरकार बनने वाले, केंद्र में भी अपना सरकार बनने वाले। अपने लिए अपना नेता है खड़गे जी है, अपने नेता सोनिया जी है। इसीलिए मेरा गुजारिश यहाँ के सेडम के लोगों को, मैं हैदराबाद में रहता हूँ, बगल के तेलंगाना आपको पता है, मेरा असेंबली भी कोडंगल है। आप लोगों को कभी भी जरूरत पड़े मुझे एक आवाज दो, मैं यहाँ हाजिर हूँगा। आप लोगों को कभी भी जरूरत पड़े तो सीधा सीधा हैदराबाद चल कर आओ, मैं वहाँ रहता हूँ।
So the Chief Minister calling the Delhi police a political tool of the BJP. But Uma Sudhir is now joining us with more on this. So Uma, give us clarity. So the Chief Minister has not been served a notice yet. It's the Congress leaders and the social media in charge who's been given notices.
Yes, indeed. While the Delhi police has already clarified or told our colleague Neeta that notice is to be served to the Delhi Chief Minister in this particular context, physically, the Chief Minister's office nor his residence has received any notice as of now in this particular case. But what I must clarify is that I've spoken to the Gandhi Bhavan office, the headquarters of the Congress, where they have said that notices were issued to 3 people at the Congress Bhavan. One was Asma Tasleem, who is a spokesperson for the Hyderabad Congress, And I spoke to her as well, and she said that she is going to be saying that she did not retweet any fake video, and that her account may have been hacked. The other person to who it has been issued is Satish Mane, who is the social media chairperson of the Congress, and another person called Naveen Patel. What the Congress Gandhi Bhavan sources are telling me is that these are notices number 178, 179 and so on, which means that more than 170 people would have been issued notice in this particular case. So if there is an original video and whoever has tweeted or retweeted that, all of them are now being physically issued notices by the Delhi police. So simultaneously, what's also happening is that Revanth Reddy, who is a BJP leader here in Telangana, has also filed an FIR with the Cybercrime Police of Hyderabad, and they have named the Telangana Congress Committee as responsible for creating a fake video of Mr. Amit Shah, and subsequently I'm presuming that action will be taken on that front as well. Of course, Revanth Reddy, who has been named as the star campaigner by the Congress and is now campaigning in Karnataka, what is called in fact as Hyderabad, Karnataka, that part of Karnataka, and there he has reacted to it and claiming or alleging rather that just like the ED or the CBI, now
right.
the Delhi police is also being used as a political instrument, he says, for threatening him. Back to you.
Uma, thanks very much for joining us with that update there. So the Telangana Chief Minister so far has not been issued a summons by the Delhi police, but he calls the Delhi police a political tool working at the behest of the BJP. With that, we'll take a short break now. News continues on the top of the hour.
I pledge to vote. This is the only relationship between those who govern and those who are governed. It is the only way to hold or reward people or penalize them on the governance they have given. It is the centerpiece of our democratic architecture. We have a right which we must exercise.
Copa.
आईपीएल का हल्ला बल्ला और सबसे शानदार कवरेज सिर्फ एनडीटीवी पर।
भक्तीचा सागर, बातम्यांचा जागर, एनडीटीवी मराठी।
The 18th Lok Sabha elections. As always, NDTV has its ear to the ground.
With the biggest pie of 80 seats, all eyes will be on Uttar Pradesh.
Will the Troika ensure the Modi umbrella unites all?
It is the first election in Naya Kashmir since the scrapping of Article 370.
Will the same number of lotuses bloom in the desert, or can Gehlot lend a helping hand to India?
With BJP having Max here with the only pillar standing of Chhindwara fall.
Can Didi once again withstand the saffron tide? Will BJP stay strong in its northeast bastion? Jhadu ka jadoo or Modi magic? Can Congress gain lost ground in Punjab?
Will Revanth Reddy be able to increase the Congress strength in Telangana this time? And in Andhra Pradesh, will the Jagannath be able to stop Chandrababu Naidu and Pawan Kalyan?
Can BJP win back its only stronghold in the south? Or will it be a Congress consolidation?
Can BJP make a dent in the Dravidian den?
This is NDTV, and you're watching NDTV 24/7.
Hello, Moto.
Amit Shah fake video case. Now Assam police makes an arrest. Action from Assam to Telangana. Delhi police summons Congress leaders from Telangana for sharing video. Chief Minister responds to Delhi police notices. Revanth Reddy says BJP misusing Delhi police. Top court stays CBI probe in Bengal teacher case. Top court orders High Court after High Court cancelled teachers' recruitment. Three top ministers exclusively on NDTV. Piyush Goyal says dynastic desires led to split of the parties. He's fighting elections from Mumbai. Meanwhile, Smriti Irani, who also filed a nomination today from Amethi, says Rahul or Priyanka. Amethi will choose me. Meanwhile, Prahlad Joshi says Congress trying to polarize. The Karnataka obscene video case, protest against JDS MP, protest in Assam against Deve Gaura's grandson. Ravana calls sex harassment case a conspiracy. It's Surat redux for the Congress party in Indore as the Congress candidate backs out. Congress's Akshay Bam withdraws nomination, joins the BJP. Good evening and welcome to NDTV. I am Ankit Tyagi. Delhi police sent notices to Telangana Congress leaders. A full-blown political war has now broken over the fake video, allegedly, of Home Minister Amit Shah, in which he is speaking about cancellation of the reservation if the BJP comes to power. Now, the Prime Minister has also attacked the Congress over Amit Shah's fake video. He has said that action will be taken. Delhi police, which was forwarded this information by the Ministry of Home Affairs, has, in fact, according to sources, summoned the Chief Minister of Telangana and PCC Chief of Telangana, Revanth Reddy, on May 1st. Now, Telangana Congress allegedly shared this fake video. The case has been filed after Telangana BJP complained about this matter. Now, Amit Shah's fake video on reservation, in fact, this controversy where the Delhi police has reached Hyderabad, the fast-paced developments as far as this case is concerned.
मोदी जी आज तक अमित शाह जी ईडी इनकम टैक्स सीबीआई को इस्तेमाल कर रहे थे चुनाव जीतने के लिए। अभी मेरे समाचार मिला है तेलंगाना कांग्रेस पार्टी ऑफिस में दिल्ली पुलिस पहुंचा हुआ है। सोशल मीडिया में कोई पोस्टिंग लगाया, इसीलिए तेलंगाना के कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष को तेलंगाना मुख्यमंत्री को हम अरेस्ट करते बोल के नोटिस लेकर तेलंगाना गांधी भवन में पहुंच गए। इसका मतलब नरेंद्र मोदी जी ईडी इनकम टैक्स सीबीआई हो गए, अभी दिल्ली पुलिस को इस्तेमाल कर रहे चुनाव जीतने के लिए। यहाँ पर कोई डरने वाले नहीं है भाई, यहाँ पर पलट के जवाब देने वाले हैं।
Right. So this is now the story which is at this moment, ladies and gentlemen, is a big story. The Chief Minister of Telangana there reacting to this and saying that BJP is using Delhi police as a tool to harass the opposition leaders. Action is being taken not only from Telangana but also in Assam as well. With more details, in fact, my colleagues Neeta and Ratnadeep are joining us. But Neeta, I'll come to you first. The Delhi police has summoned the Chief Minister. The Chief Minister says Delhi police is being used as a political tool. Now, of course, the politics on this is only going to peak. What does Delhi police, in their summon, what is their intention as far as the Chief Minister of Telangana is concerned? What do they want to know from him?
See, the people who have been summoned, Ankit, includes 5 people. The names are also given in the notices. The notice is that you need to come and join the investigation on 1st of May. The notice served pertains to IT sections also and also IPC also for propagating hate and also spreading fake information. They have also been asked to bring their laptops, digital devices or any tabs that they have used to download and upload that video. So all those devices have also been asked that these people need to bring their own devices. The contention as far as this Delhi police is concerned, IFSO unit, the special cell unit dealing with the cybercrime is investigating the case. They say that it was a fake video and it was, trying to instigate violence. In fact, the IT media head of Bharatiya Janata Party, Mr. Amit Malviya, also tweeted the same, that through this video, the opposition parties want to instigate violence, or they're trying to, spread violence, and that's why it needs to be investigated. So specifically, they want them to get their digital devices so that they can see from which all handles they have tweeted. The Delhi Police Special Cell has also given notices to Facebook and Twitter and have asked them to give them information that which all Twitter handles had also retweeted it. Ankit?
Quick and very swift action there by the Delhi police on the complaint of the Ministry of Home Affairs. Of course, it involves the Home Minister of the country. Uma Sudhir also joins us. Uma, as we were discussing earlier, and you told us that the Chief Minister is going to react himself. He has, of course, taken a political line, has said that Delhi police is being used as a tool by the BJP to intimidate and harass the opposition leaders. Now, this is going to escalate politically, isn't it?
Certainly, at a time when we are in fact approaching, even in Telangana, the fourth phase of elections is just about less than 2 weeks away. And, Revanth Reddy is known to be very, very combative. And even in this case, he says that while Delhi police is being used to try and intimidate, we are those who give it back. And therefore, I'm ready for this kind of a challenge. But his office and also his, the press relations officer has specified that neither the office nor its residence has physically received any summons from the Delhi police. The Delhi police team did reach Gandhi Bhavan, where they in fact issued the summons, or rather served the summons to the Congress social media head Mr. Satish Mane, as well as Mr. Naveen, and also Asma Tasleem, who is a spokesperson of the Hyderabad Congress. I spoke to her subsequently, and she said that yes, she has received the notice. She has been asked to come at 10:30 a.m. on May 1, and that she is taking the stand that her account has been hacked, and that she has not tweeted any such video, any such fake or doctored or any other kind of a video which is now alleged to be fake. So this is of course going to be turning very, very political. With what we understand from our Gandhi Bhavan sources is also that each of these notices that was served, 3 notices that were served at Gandhi Bhavan, are numbered at 178 or 179 and so on. So they are presuming that as many as 170 people may have been served notices in this, with that particular video perhaps being tweeted or retweeted by many of them. Back to you.
Okay, so as I was telling you, ladies and gentlemen, the action is not only in Telangana, action also as far as this faked video case is concerned in Assam as well. Remember, it is the Ministry of Home Affairs which has initiated this, and also at this moment the Prime Minister has spoken about this, so you can understand the gravity as far as this entire situation is concerned. The BJP taking it very, very firmly. The Chief Minister of Assam, Himanta Biswa Sarma, has tweeted, and he has said that Assam police have arrested an individual named Sri Ritom Singh in connection with the fake video involving Honorable Home Minister Sri Amit Shah. Ratnadeep with me. Ratnadeep, one person has been picked up by the Assam police in connection with this alleged fake video. What is the Assam police saying? On whose complaint are they acting? What is happening as far as this case is concerned?
That's right. What we are picking up from Assam police is that after receiving a complaint, they have investigated this case, and they have picked up a 31-year-old man from Guwahati. His name is Ritam Singh. He identifies himself as one of the key coordinators of the Congress War Room on his Twitter handle. And in fact, Assam police had given out a statement saying that he has been arrested under several sections of IPC and IT Act as well, and he will be produced in a local court. Police will ask for his remand. 2 mobile phones and a laptop has been seized from his possession. Incidentally, his arrest has taken place today at a time when this evening, any time from now, Union Home Minister Amit Shah will be in Guwahati to lead a massive road show here in Guwahati, a 2-kilometer long road show to start party's campaign for the 3rd phase of the elections. Remember, there are 4 seats in Assam going to poll, of which the prestigious Guwahati seat, which BJP is holding since 2009, is also going for polls. But what is important to note here is that Assam Congress has also come out with a statement saying that Ritam Singh is to work in their war room, election war room, and Assam Congress has categorically condemned this arrest of this supporter of Congress. That's what Congress has given out a statement saying that at the time of election, people have right to criticize the government, and by this kind of arrest, the ruling party on the BJP is trying to muzzle the opposition. That is the allegation, or that which Assam Congress has brought in a statement which Assam Congress has released. However, this arrest comes on a day when Amit Shah will be here anytime. In fact, you can see those visuals, massive turnout of the BJP supporters here. It will be a massive show of strength. Remember, since 2009, BJP has held this seat, and it has always sent women MPs to Lok Sabha from Guwahati. Even this time, BJP's candidate is a woman, and you can see massive turnout of women here at a time when already the first arrest in connection to the fake video has actually taken place in Assam. However, these people are more interested to see Amit Shah, and therefore there is a massive turnout, and perhaps now the BJP will also make this arrest in Assam a poll issue for the Phase 3 campaign.
All right. Thank you, Neeta, Uma and Ratnadeep, for joining me. The fact remains, ladies and gentlemen, of course, action should be taken, irrespective of party lines if somebody is spreading fake news. But is it just this swiftness when it comes, of course, to the video which features the Home Minister? What about other, in fact, fake videos about politicians which are doing the rounds on social media? All right, moving on now. Supreme Court has stayed the CBI probe against West Bengal state government officers in the case where Calcutta High Court cancelled 24,000 appointments of teaching and non-teaching staff. This is in fact, will come as some sort of a shot in the arm as far as the government of West Bengal is concerned. But yet, the court has not stayed the cancellation of 24,000 appointments, which was ordered by the Calcutta High Court. Now, this case, remember, ladies and gentlemen, has also become a big political issue where the BJP has used this as an example of how corrupt Mamata Banerjee's government is. A former minister was arrested in this case. Many functionaries of the BJP have also, of the TMC, have also been arrested in connection with this case. We're slipping into a very short break at this moment. News and updates on the other side. Stay tuned.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand.
I pledge to vote and encourage all my colleagues at Godrej Industries Limited and associate companies to exercise their voting rights. It's the essence of democracy, and we stand firmly behind it. I would also urge everyone else to vote. We are thrilled to join NDTV's pledge to vote campaign and help spread the word in the corporate world and beyond.
विकासावर नजर, विचारांनी प्रखर. NDTV मराठी.
It's the essence of democracy, and we stand firmly behind it. We are thrilled to join NDTV's pledge.
It's the world's biggest festival of the power of a vote and the power of a citizen.
It is a day we must answer our call to duty as citizens of India.
We get this opportunity to determine how our country will be governed.
It is this constitutional duty through which we can make a difference in our nation's future
and make India always a better place than it was yesterday.
I certainly plan to vote as long as I'm able to vote.
We are joining NDTV's Pledge to Vote initiative.
Let us make democracy stronger by going out and exercising our franchise. Jai Hind.
The biggest carnival of democracy, India's general election.
Prime Minister Modi makes a formidable bid for a hat-trick.
The opposition is trying to mount a united.
While the link between air pollution and human fatalities has been clearly established, a new study highlights how 20% of global type 2 diabetes is also linked to chronic exposure to PM 2.5 particulate matter. Now, this is a serious concern, especially in a city like Delhi. Parmeshwar Baba has more.
A new piece in Lancet, widely considered the foremost source of research, review and opinion on health issues, outlines how 20% of global type 2 diabetes is linked to chronic exposure to PM 2.5 particulate matter. Here are the details. 20% of global type 2 diabetes cases are linked to exposure to PM 2.5 particulate matter. PM 2.5 is a known killer and often a major component of air pollution over the subcontinent. Short-term exposure to air pollution is associated with insulin resistance, a primary predisposing condition to type 2 diabetes. The development timeline in humans is rapid, occurring within hours to days. 537 million people around the world actually have type 2 diabetes, and half of them are unaware they have the disease. This study highlights that the link between air pollution and diabetes is higher in men and groups from low socioeconomic groups and those with comorbidities. Evidence actually suggests that PM 2.5 is associated with chronic kidney disease in populations both with and without diabetes. So there is a direct link between climate change and air pollution, and both can have direct and indirect effects on health. Poor air quality results in between 5 and 9 million deaths around the world, and this is an annual figure. As I said, this data has huge implications for people in the subcontinent, and as you are aware, Indians are believed to be genetically vulnerable to the onset of diabetes. And PM 2.5 exposure, as a result of extremely high levels of air pollution, is making the situation worse.
Dr. Rajan Narayan, Chairman of the Global Health Alliance, United Kingdom, Honorary Cardiometabolic Cardiologist, St. George's Hospital, London, is joining us at this moment. So thank you for speaking to us here on NDTV. The bad news related to pollution just doesn't end. Now it says that it can also be responsible, PM 2.5, for onset of diabetes. This is a cause of worry, and specifically talking about the subcontinent and India.
Absolutely, Ankit. As your colleague rightly explained that, PM 2.5 leads to insulin resistance. But more importantly, I think we have to look at the larger picture. Not only this report, as you rightly said, that there are several reports now to suggest that pollution is directly linked to diabetes, chronic kidney disease, and heart disease ultimately. Not only that, if you look at the top 20 causes of death at a global level, diabetes sits at number 15, chronic kidney disease sits at number 17. But in the next 10 years, there's also a report from the WHO suggesting that diabetes, kidney disease, heart disease will be in the top 10 killers at a global level. Especially, there's going to be a tsunami in countries like India of diabetes and chronic kidney disease. So what can we do? I think most important is prevention side of things. Obviously, we have to try and prevent ourselves as much as possible, which again can be challenging in some cities and countries like India. But I think it is very important that South Asians especially are very prone to diabetes, heart disease, chronic kidney disease at an early age. Hence, when you know people in European countries, they get heart disease, diabetes in their 30s or 40s. We are likely to get in their 20s and 30s. It's extremely important that we go and get ourselves checked through our GPs, general practitioners, physicians for diabetes, chronic kidney disease, lipid problems. But because heart disease will remain the biggest killer at a global level. So again, not only just diabetes, but also diabetes, lipid problems, smoking, all those risk factors, hypertension, family history. These are all very, very important factors and risk factors, in fact, that can lead to heart disease. And hence, a big long-term national campaign is required to prevent India from all these deaths from happening.
But, you know, a lot of people, especially where I'm sitting right now in the national capital, would be extremely worried. Delhi sees a lot of days of pollution. The entire North India and many cities across North India are vulnerable to high levels of pollution, including PM 2.5, sir. Immediately, are there some things, some precautions that we can take, you know, just not to save ourselves from the harmful effects of pollution, but to try and delay these problems that can, in fact, be caused by high pollution levels?
Absolutely. And I think every little helps, as we say in Europe. So it starts from your house itself, using an exhaust fan, using an air purifier in the house, making sure, obviously, that we use the right amount of, as far as the car, going out in the car is concerned, because we know that there's a lot of petrol, gasoline, which is all responsible for air pollution. We are trying to go into greenhouse, using green cars as much as possible by 2030. That is the target of the Sustainable Development Goal by the United Nations. So I think it is very important that every individual has to take an effort in making sure that we do all the right things. As I said, that we have to start from our homes, making sure that we keep our homes safe, keep using the mask wherever it is required when the pollution levels are very high, make use of exhaust in the house, which again is very, very important because many of us don't use exhaust fans, for example. Using air purifiers in the house is extremely, extremely important in countries like India. So again, all individual efforts are required, but a larger impact and a larger effect will only happen when governments politically and make the right decision for the citizens of the country. And that means that using green cars, which is very, very important long term.
I just very quickly want to also ask you one question. If somebody is already, let's say, on the borderline of being a diabetic or in the pre-diabetes stage, does this exposure to pollution, to higher levels of PM 2.5, does this increase their chances of, being diabetic or higher number or for diabetes as well?
Absolutely. These people are called pre-diabetic because, again, they sit on the fence of being diabetic. And there's now research to prove that all these pollutant levels, when they enter the blood circulation, they lead to increased vasculature rupture, they cause inflammation, they cause oxidative stress in the vessels of the blood, in the vessels of the body, heart, kidney, brain, everywhere. And that can lead to a heart attack or a stroke, even in patients, especially in patients who are high risk with pre-existing conditions.
So thank you so much for taking the time out and speaking to us and, helping us understand the harmful effects. I mean, there is, of course, no doubt that pollution is dangerous, but day in, day out, there are new studies coming in to tell you how harmful it is for your body. Thank you so much, Doctor, for speaking to us. All right, with that, we are slipping into a very short break, but let me remind our viewers on the auspicious Maharashtra Day, that is May 1st, NDTV is launching a brand new news channel in Marathi, NDTV Marathi.
यत्र तत्र सर्वत्र वेगवान महाराष्ट्र एनडीटीव्ही मराठी.
I pledge to vote. This is the only relationship between those who govern and those who are governed. It is the only way to hold or reward people or penalize them on the governance they have given. It is a centerpiece of our democratic architecture. We have a right which we must exercise.
Guys, did you know that it was an Indian, yes, it was an Indian who invented this entire concept of USB. Well, USB आने से पहले we had एकदम complex mechanism to connect all the accessories to computers जहाँ पे connectors बहुत अलग-अलग हुआ करते थे, sometimes not really compatible across with each other, but the idea came that how about एक ऐसा पोर्ट, एक ऐसा कनेक्टर बनाया जाए जो यूनिवर्सली सेम हो, एंड दैट्स व्हाई द नेम यूनिवर्सल सीरियल बस. Guys, it was invented by Ajay Bhatt, और उन्होंने जब USB को बनाया, it clearly revolutionized the way we connect our devices and the way the devices talk to each other. Do you know this?
The 18th Lok Sabha elections. As always, NDTV has its ear to the ground.
With the biggest pie of 80 seats, all eyes will be on Uttar Pradesh.
Will the Troika ensure the Modi umbrella unites all?
It is the first election in Naya Kashmir since the scrapping of Article 370.
Will the same number of lotuses bloom in the desert, or can Gehlot lend a helping hand to India?
With BJP having Max here with the only pillar standing of Chhindwara fall.
Can Didi once again withstand the saffron tide? Will BJP stay strong in its northeast bastion?
Jhadu ka jadoo or Modi magic? Can Congress gain lost ground in Punjab?
Will Revanth Reddy be able to increase the Congress strength in Telangana this time? And in Andhra Pradesh, will the Juggernaut be able to stop Chandrababu Naidu and Pawan Kalyan?
Can BJP win back its only stronghold in the south? Or will it be a Congress consolidation?
Can BJP make a dent in the Dravidian den?
I have a right to decide who will run my country for the next 5 years. And for that, I need to vote. So I pledge to vote, and I encourage all my family members, all my colleagues at Hyundai Motor India, and of course, all the citizens of my great country to go ahead and vote. Vote now and vote forever.
Just as we spoke about the new nothing earphones, मुझे sound दिमाग में कहीं ना कहीं क्लिक कर रही थी, and sound से दिमाग में आया Siri, because all the iPhone users, at least the ones जो नया नया iPhone लेते हैं, या फिर हो सकता है वो लोग जो काफी टाइम से iPhone को यूज
Now, Home Minister Amit Shah is in Guwahati, Assam. The show of strength of the Bharatiya Janata Party on a seat which is considered to be a safe seat for the BJP. Roadshow of the Home Minister taking place at this moment. Remember, this comes at a time when we just recently heard that the Assam police has arrested one person in connection with the fake video of the Home Minister in which he's speaking about reservation. Now, he's campaigning in Guwahati for the Bharatiya Janata Party. These live visuals are coming in at this moment. Let me go across to my colleague Rotandeep Chaudhary, who is joining us. Let me go across to my colleague Rotandeep Chaudhary, who is joining us at this moment. Rotandeep, we were just talking about this roadshow a short while back. It has started. Massive show of strength by the BJP.
Well, I could not listen to your question though, but Union Home Minister Amit Shah's massive roadshow has already started in Guwahati. It is a 2-kilometer low roadshow which is taking place at this moment. There is great enthusiasm here on both sides of the road. There are hundreds of people waiting to see the Union Home Minister. This comes on a day when Assam police has arrested a 31-year-old man from Guwahati in connection to allegations of circulation of fake video linked to Union Home Minister Amit Shah. Remember, this video has now turned into a massive issue, and what Assam police is saying in its statement is that they have seized 2 mobile phones and a laptop from this man named Ritam Singh, who used to be part of the war room of the Congress in Assam. In fact, Congress has come out with a statement condemning this arrest. They say that at a time when there are elections on, people have their rights to criticize the government. That's what the Congress says, and the Congress says that in this way, with this arrest, the ruling party is trying to muzzle the voice of the opposition. That are the allegations of Assam Congress. However, Guwahati City Police has issued a statement saying that after investigation, he has been arrested and under various sections of the IPC as well as IT Act, and he would be produced in a local court. Police will ask for his remand. This comes on a day when Amit Shah's mega roadshow is actually passing through this busy street in Guwahati. It's a 2-kilometer long road show. You can see a massive show of strength of the BJP. Remember, since 2009, BJP has been holding on to the Guwahati seat, and every time they have sent a women candidate as an MP to the parliament. Even this time, BJP has fielded a women candidate, Bijuli Kalita Medhi, debutant as far as electoral politics in terms of Lok Sabha election. Congress has also fielded a women candidate, but you can see here there's massive turnout of people here on both sides of the road. Clearly, BJP putting up a show of strength ahead of the third phase of the Lok Sabha elections, and perhaps it is also significant given the fact that the first arrest in connection to the fake video has taken place from Assam.
Right, so the roadshow of Home Minister there, Ratnadeep reporting from the ground. Ratnadeep, thank you for joining us with all those details. Moving on now, let's bring you some interviews from the campaign trail. Piyush Goyal, the minister in the government of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, for the first time is contesting the Lok Sabha polls from Mumbai North seat. Now he is taking on Uddhav Thackeray's camp as far as the candidate is concerned. He spoke to my colleagues. Listen in.
It was in your house in 1980s that the alliance of the Shiv Sena and the BJP was inked in many ways, signed and finalized. How is the alliance, the battle of alliances taking place right now in Maharashtra? How do you look at it? Because the reason why I'm saying is that there are two Shiv Senas, there are two NCPs, so people are confused.
First of all, let me start by contesting what you said in the end. There are no two Shiv Senas, there are no two NCPs. The major chunk of the party is what matters. I mean, imagine 13 MPs and almost all the MLAs have come with Eknath Shinde, and they are the true Shiv Sena. The Election Commission has also endorsed that. Ajit Pawar, the entire MLA base, and the public leadership which he has in the state of Maharashtra, the world recognizes he is the true leader of the NCP. So we have got a Mahayuti of the Shiv Sena, Rashtravadi Congress, the BJP, RPI Athawale group, the Rasapa, and now the Maharashtra Navnirman Sena of Raj Thackeray. It's a very robust, strong alliance. So we have some ragtag small groups which are remaining outside, more for their family affiliations, the desire of Mr. Sharad Pawar to install Supriya Sule at the cost of Ajit Pawar, or the desire of Mr. Uddhav Thackeray to install Aditya Thackeray. Even though, if you look back in history, Raj Thackeray was the rightful heir of Bala Sahib's legacy. So it's unfortunate that, as they say, blood is thicker than public adulation or public demand. And therefore, I don't believe that in any way there are two Shiv Senas or two NCPs. There is only one Shiv Sena, which is with Eknath Shinde. There's only one NCP, which is with Ajit Pawar.
Are you not worried that there is a possibility of sympathy for Uddhav Thackeray and Sharad Pawar?
One usually has sympathy for a person who has been wronged. And if at all somebody has been wronged in Maharashtra, it is Prime Minister Narendra Modi. If somebody has been wronged by the actions of Uddhav Thackeray, it is Devendra Fadnavis, who was announced as the Chief Minister candidate in rally after rally during the 2019 Assembly election in front of Mr. Uddhav Thackeray on stage. Our leaders have more than one occasion said Devendra Fadnavis will be the Chief Minister. We took votes in the name of Devendra Fadnavis. I think if at all there will be sympathy, that sympathy will be for Mr. Modi, for Mr. Devendra Fadnavis, for the BJP, who trusted Uddhav Thackeray.
Has the disillusionment of the onion farmers been addressed?
There is no disillusionment. I think it's more Mr. Sharad Pawar creating false narratives, which has been taken by the reporters as juicy news, so you are propagating it. Let me tell you the reality. Mr. Sharad Pawar was the agriculture minister of the UPA. On more than one occasion, he has banned the export of onions. He has put minimum export price on onions. He has restricted export of sugar. He has banned export of sugar. He has put minimum export price of sugar. Crops which Maharashtra is very much, which are relevant to the Maharashtra farmers. So it's not as if this has happened for the first time. Mr. Sharad Pawar started this. The desire of Mr. Sharad Pawar to install Supriya Sule at the cost of Ajit Pawar, or the desire of Mr. Uddhav Thackeray to install Aditya Thackeray. And therefore, I don't believe that in any way there are two Shiv Senas or two NCPs. There is only one Shiv Sena, which is with Eknath Shinde. There's only one NCP, which is with Ajit Pawar.
Another Modi government minister, Prahlad Joshi, in fact, hopes for a record fifth-term win from his constituency. Listen in.
We're outside a nondescript rural North Karnataka home in the Dharwad Lok Sabha constituency, which is a pit stop during campaign for Union Minister Prahlad Joshi, who is been an MP, represented Dharwad since 2004, 2009 Dharwad, but earlier Dharwad North. Huh?
Yeah.
What's the defining feature of this election, sir? You've seen so many elections. What's the defining feature of 2024 Lok Sabha election? And I'm asking specifically to Karnataka.
Specifically to Karnataka, and in particular Karnataka at large for entire country, what Prime Minister Shri Modi has said, that this is a trailer of whatever I have done in last 10 years, it's a trailer. That is, big picture is waiting. That is, one is developed India. Number two, in developed India, people should also have all comforts, minimum comforts, and people should not struggle for water, for their daily livelihood. And in a way, it is a upliftment from the poor class to the middle class. This is the big picture what I can see by what Shri Modi has said. And world-class infrastructure. By that, many investments will come. And our manifesto has also committed that India will become manufacturing hub. So lakhs of jobs will be created, crores together. Corridors and transportation, that is logistic, it is improving in a large way. These are all the things. One is investors will come and job creation will happen in a fast pace. By that, new middle class will be created.
So, as you say this, but when you look at campaign speeches, the BJP's campaign speech is attacking the state government on law and order issues. The state government's campaign is on center not giving drought relief. Has it become a center-state kind of election campaign?
Congress party want to make this election also as a local election. But people know it is election for the country, it is election for to make Modi Prime Minister third time. People know that very well. And Congress wants, यही जो छोटा मन से जो बात करते हैं, in spite of giving so much to the state, they want to divide between center and state. Whereas people are quite intelligent, they know for the sake of election these people are doing like this. And people have full confidence on Modi. Whatever Modi says or Modi does, that will be always right. This is the confidence people have. Because of this cheap politics only, party which had more than 400 seats, they have come to less than 50. And party which had more than 19 states at one time, today they are having just 3 states. Out of that, one is already on the way, it's out.
Meanwhile, a suspense continues on who will be Congress's candidate from the hot seat of Amethi. Union Minister Smriti Irani today filed her nomination from this constituency. She spoke to NDTV. Listen in.
Today, Smriti Irani has filed a nomination from Amethi and she is joining us. Ma'am, पिछले 1-1.5 महीने से I've been seeing personally that आप लगातार लोगों के बीच में हैं and today you filed your nomination. How do you see the public's response, the people of Amethi?
How do you see it? I think I've been very blessed that overwhelmingly, irrespective of how hot it was this morning, and we were right in the middle of the noon heat, people came out in big numbers to give their blessings and their support was expressed, and I'm grateful that also my party leadership, Mr. Nadda, our Prime Minister, Amit Bhai, and the CM have given their support to make me the candidate of Amethi. Since NDTV has been around for a few days now, you've seen that just if you look at the last 10 days, I've done around 145 meetings. And BJP has done programs in around 325 places. So the fact that when you organize a program, you go to somebody else's who's a host, somebody else's darwaza, as we say. The fact that 450 different places in Amethi invited us for election campaign is more than a good indication of how robustly our campaign is running, and also an indication of yet again from Amethi, BJP will win and become a part of the Modi family.
So, ma'am, what is the, Smriti ji, what is the margin that you are aiming for this time if we talk about
Let the Congress announce its candidate.
Yeah, coming to that, you know, there has been a delay, no doubt, about Congress announcing their candidate. बहुत देर हो गई है and आज कहीं ना कहीं बात हो रही थी कि हो सकता है अब आ जाए उनका नाम. Do you think it is a strategy? आपको क्या लगता है ये strategy है?
I wouldn't know what strategy are they envisaging. My only, I think, focus is on my party and especially the kind of work that we've managed to do under the Prime Minister's guidance and with the help of the Modi government in Amethi. I think that the Congress has clearly its role cut out for itself in Amethi. The Congress leadership is aware that this is a losing seat for them because if they were so confident of their victory, they would have announced a candidate by now.
बात हो रही है, ma'am, there are talks going on that either Rahul Gandhi or Priyanka Gandhi, any of the two can, किसी का भी नाम हो सकता है. There could be like Rahul Gandhi could also go to Raebareli or Priyanka Gandhi could fight from Raebareli and vice versa. I just want to ask, आप personally किसको चाहती हैं?
Couldn't care less. Whoever comes will be defeated, surely, because both these entities have been absentee politicians from the area. One has been an MP here, missing for 15 years. I've worked for 5 years, of which 2 years was Corona. And especially when you talk about Corona, people wonder why they were never around to help anybody in Amethi and Raebareli for that matter. People today realize that if not for Prime Minister's benevolence in ensuring that every citizen gets free ration, many people would have faced much difficulty. Secondly, they also understand that if not for Prime Minister Modi, nobody would have ensured that free vaccines are made available to every Indian. So given that Narendra Modi's leadership has helped protect many lives.
Slipping into a short break at this moment, news and updates on the other side. Stay tuned.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand. Cope.
It's the essence of democracy, and we stand firmly behind it. We are thrilled to join NDTV's pledge.
It's the world's biggest festival of
the power of a vote and the power of a citizen.
It is a day we must answer our call to duty as citizens of India.
We get this opportunity to determine how our country will be governed.
It is this constitutional duty through which we can make a difference in our nation's future.
And make India always a better place than it was yesterday.
I certainly plan to vote as long as I'm able to vote.
We are joining NDTV's Pledge to Vote initiative.
Let us make democracy stronger by going out and exercising our franchise. Jai Hind.
नवा अंदाज, नवा आवाज. NDTV मराठी.
As citizens, we must remember that voting is not only a privilege, but also our duty towards our nation. I, Akash Ori from the DLF Group, pledge to encourage my colleagues, their friends and family to vote for the government they believe in. This is the strength of our democracy.
अगर आपके पास में आईफोन है, आपने स्क्रीन रिकॉर्डिंग तो किया होगा, एंड समटाइम्स यू वुड वांट टू टॉक व्हाइल यू आर रिकॉर्डिंग द स्क्रीन. आपको कुछ बोलना अगर है, हाउ टू इंश्योर कि जब आप स्क्रीन रिकॉर्डिंग कर रहे हैं उस टाइम पे माइक्रोफोन भी ऑन हो जाए और जो आप बोलना चाहते हैं वो भी रिकॉर्ड हो जाए. आई हैव अ वेरी सिंपल टिप फॉर दिस. जब अपने फ़ोन के कंट्रोल सेंटर में जाते हैं और आपको स्क्रीन रिकॉर्डिंग वाला वो आइकॉन मिलता है, इफ़ यू प्रेस एंड होल्ड ऑन दैट, वहाँ पे आपको माइक्रोफोन का आइकन दिखेगा एंड देयर यू कैन टॉगल द माइक फ्रॉम ऑन टू ऑफ एंड वाइस वर्सा. तो आपके लिए बड़ा ईजी हो जाता है. इफ़ यू वॉन्ट टू हैव सम ऑडियो इन योर स्क्रीन रिकॉर्डिंग, वन क्लिक आप ये काम कर सकते हैं इन योर आईफोन्स. यूज करो. कभी कभी वी नीड टू डू सम कमेंट्री एज वेल ओवर द स्क्रीन रिकॉर्डिंग, तो आपके लिए बहुत ज्यादा काम आ सकता
है. नजरेत राष्ट्र, हृदयात महाराष्ट्र.
After a 47-year-old house help from JDS MP Prajwal Revana's family filed a complaint against him and his father, accusing them of sexual harassment. In fact, Prajwal Revana, there is an MP from the JDS himself who is asking for Revana's removal, suspension from the party. Now, H.D. Revana is the son of former Prime Minister H.D. Deve Gowda, and Prajwal Revana is his grandson. JDS MLA has written a letter to H.D. Deve Gowda, who is the grandfather of Mr. Revana, and has said that the party is embarrassed by the videos that have been circulating and it damages the reputation of the party. Meanwhile, H.D. Revana has reacted to this, calling the video 4-5-year-old and alleging that it is a conspiracy. Now, the word is that Prajwal Revana, right after the day of polling, has left the country for Germany. Meanwhile, Priyanka Gandhi has taken up this issue. She has hit out, she has spoken at a rally as well, but she's also in fact put a post out on X, and she has said the leader on whose shoulders Prime Minister puts his hand and gets himself photographed, the leader for whom the Prime Minister himself goes to campaign 10 days before the election, he praises him on stage today. That leader from Karnataka is absconding from the country. Just hearing about his heinous crimes makes the heart tremble. He has ruined lives of hundreds of women. Modi ji, will you still remain silent?
ಯಾವುದೋ 4 ವರ್ಷ 5 ವರ್ಷದ್ದು ತಗೊಂಬಂದು ಕೇಸ್ ಹಾಕೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಐತೆ, ನಾನು ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಈಗ ಅವನು ಮಾಮೂಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಇವರೇನು FIR ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತಾ, SIT ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತಾ, ತನಿಖೆ ಕರೆದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
This World Immunization Week, we spotlight the monumental impact of vaccines in saving our lives. Vaccines stand out as a marvel of medical science, affordable, efficient and life-saving. Yet, the narrative changes when we address adult vaccination in India. Despite availability, a significant number of adults succumb to severe illnesses, often resulting in hospitalization or death, situations preventable through timely vaccination. Can we collectively prevent that? Take a look at this report.
While our focus leans mostly towards childhood vaccinations for their role in early disease prevention, the significance of continuing vaccination into adulthood cannot be overstated. It's a critical component of sustained health and disease prevention. Now, why is adult vaccination critical? Protection from disease. Adults are at a risk of various vaccine-preventable diseases such as influenza, pneumonia, and shingles. Vaccines offer protection, reducing the risk of severe illness and hospitalization. Herd immunity. Adult vaccination contributes to herd immunity, safeguarding the community at large, including those most vulnerable like children, the elderly, and immunocompromised individuals. Outbreak prevention. It aids in preventing disease outbreaks, curtailing the spread within communities. Safeguarding the vulnerable. Adults in caregiving roles can protect those they care for through vaccination. Sustained immunity. Certain vaccines require booster doses to maintain long-term immunity. Complication reduction. Vaccines can mitigate the severity of diseases and prevent complications, especially in those with existing health conditions. Public health readiness. Adult vaccination is pivotal to public health efforts, preparing healthcare systems to tackle outbreaks and emergencies efficiently. In India, where specific diseases pose considerable risks, adult vaccination emerges as a critical lifesaver. Cervical cancer vaccine, advised for all individuals aged 9 to 26. This vaccine combats human papilloma virus, which is HPV, a leading cause of cervical cancer. Flu vaccine. It guards against the seasonal flu, including the H1N1 virus. Pneumococcal vaccine, recommended for those over 65 years. It protects against pneumonia, bloodstream infections, and meningitis. Tdap or TD vaccine, for protection against diphtheria, tetanus, and pertussis, requiring 3 doses a month apart and a booster every 10 years. Hepatitis B vaccine, shields against hepatitis B, a liver infection. Vaccination is a simple yet profoundly effective preventive tool. As we strive towards a healthier future, it's imperative to recognize and act upon the role of adult vaccination. It's a misconception that vaccines are solely for children. Ensuring adults are also vaccinated is crucial for a healthy life extending into old age. It's a message that needs wider acknowledgement and action.
Copa.
36 lakh farmer families affiliated with Amul across 18,600 villages of Gujarat have pledged to vote with their families during these elections. I would also urge you to take this pledge and vote as a part of the democratic process of our country.
A debate has many facets, perhaps no one right answer. Left, right, and center. Conversations that get to the core of the debate.
Some people say the metaverse will only be virtual. One day this lecture hall will be made of code, and driverless cars would be trapped in intersections. But even in this maze of the future, you can't wish away health. It's time to become more resilient.
Nashik, a city which is known for its onions and grapes, but more so also for its wine. But it's a city which is deeply political in nature because only recently the export ban was lifted on onions. So is that really the most important issue in this city? What about the issues of youth? We'll try and get answers from the politicians who are joining us. अब मैं मंच पर आमंत्रण करूंगी लक्ष्मण साव जी को, जो भाजपा के स्पोक्स पर्सन हैं, दत्ता गायकवाड़ शिवसेना उद्धव ठाकरे गुट के प्रवक्ता हैं, आकाश छाजर कांग्रेस से। ये रामकुंड है, ये जो जगह है ये रामकुंड के नाम से मशहूर है और 12 ज्योतिर्लिंग में से एक लिंग नासिक में है और ये भी यकीन किया जाता है और बिलीफ है कि जब भगवान राम का वनवास हुआ था तो 14 साल में से उन्होंने 2.5 साल नासिक में गुजारा था और इसलिए ये काफ़ी ख़ास शहर है। तो सबसे पहले मैं सवाल आपसे पूछूंगी, 2 लोकसभा क्षेत्र है नासिक और डिंडोरी। नासिक से भाजपा के आप लोगों ने अभी तक तय नहीं किया है कि कौन चुनाव लड़ेगा। हेमंत गोडसे शिवसेना के यहाँ के सांसद हैं अभी भी, और डिंडोरी से यूनियन मिनिस्टर भारती पवार हैं। प्याज की नगरी है, प्याज का मुद्दा सबसे ज़रूरी है। एक्सपोर्ट बैन आप लोगों ने 20 दिन पहले लिफ्ट किया, तो ये तो बस चुनाव से रिलेटेड है, तो ज़रूर किसान को तो ये समझ में आ ही जाएगा कि ये लॉन्ग टर्म नहीं है, ये टेम्पररी है। प्याज की चर्चा करेंगे क्योंकि जो भी आप मुद्दे बोल रहे हैं सवाल ये नहीं है।
की चर्चा आज क्या हो गया? जो निर्यात बंदी थी वो खत्म हो गई। आज
वही बताइए ना।
वो हो गई ना, वो मुद्दा गया आज से।
कैसे
कल
गया?
तक आज सुबह तक उनका ये मुद्दा था, दोपहर के बाद ये मुद्दा नहीं रहा।
चलिए अब कांग्रेस के प्रवक्ता बोलेंगे। हाँ, कांग्रेस के प्रवक्ता।
मेन मुद्दा है,
हाँ,
जो किसान का मुद्दा है, जो प्याज का मुद्दा है, जो आपने आज उठाया है। आपने बताया, बहुत बराबर बताया।
रुक जाए प्लीज।
कि 20 दिन पहले यहाँ का जो एक्सपोर्ट का बैन था वो उठाना सरकार ने उठाया है क्योंकि इलेक्शन आगे है। 220 मीट्रिक टन का जो बैन उठाया गुजरात का और महाराष्ट्र का 90 मीट्रिक टन का उठाया।
आज जो गुजरात स्टेट है, अभी मुझे यह लगता है कि प्रधानमंत्री गुजरात के है या देश का रहता है। अगर देश का प्रधानमंत्री होता, जो कुछ देना है वो गुजरात को देते, या उद्योग गुजरात में चले जाते। किसानों की बात हुई वो गुजरात में।
मुझे बताएं कि जब आपकी सरकार चल रही थी उनके साथ, तो आपने ये सब कंसर्न्स कितने बार रेस किए थे?
2014 के हम साथ में थे।
हाँ, वही तो मैं पूछ रही हूं।
बराबर है ना। फिर भी हम
जब साथ में थे तो कितने बार सवाल उठाया आपने?
हर टाइम उठाया। किसानों की बात हो फिर भी हमने उठाया। हमारे संसद ने उधर संसद भवन में आंदोलन भी किया, प्याज के बारे में भी आंदोलन किया, मगर जो हुकुमशाही है वो सुनने वाला ही नहीं था, इसलिए हमने उनको छोड़ के अलग।
That's all from me as we wrap this episode of the election carnival from Nashik. We are heading to another city in Maharashtra. This is a fascinating state, a fascinating battle, ladies and gentlemen, which is playing out. 48 seats in Maharashtra, and we really do not know which way will this state vote. It could very well be the big-ish state which will decide which way will India vote, and in many ways, which party will form the government on 4th of June.
As citizens of this great nation, we have the power to shape its future. And one of the most crucial ways we can do that is by casting our vote. It's not just a right for every citizen, it's a responsibility. A responsibility to ourselves, to our communities, and to our country. So, I urge all of you to exercise your right to vote. I always ensure that I fulfill this duty to our country.
Lok Sabha elections. As always, NDTV has its ear to the ground.
With the biggest pie of 80 seats, all eyes will be on Uttar Pradesh.
Will the Troika ensure the Modi umbrella unites all?
It is the first election in Naya Kashmir since the scrapping of Article 370.
Will the same number of lotuses bloom in the desert, or can Gehlot lend a helping hand to India?
With BJP having matched here with the only pillar standing of...
In our country, we choose our leaders, we decide who is going to be ruling the country, and it is something which is both a fantastic right, privilege, and we should also see it as our constitutional duty. So this election, I am going to be there, and I hope you all will join me in casting your vote too.
Biggest carnival of democracy, India's general election.
Prime Minister Modi makes a formidable bid for a hat-trick.
The opposition is trying to mount a united challenge.
And the southern parties.
This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV 24/7.
Hello, Moto.
इस समय गृह मंत्री अमित शाह गुवाहाटी में रोड शो कर रहे हैं। आसपास का आपको नजारा दिखाता हूं। जबरदस्त यहाँ पर भीड़ है। जो यहाँ की कैंडिडेट है बिजली कलिता, उनके समर्थन में गृह मंत्री अमित शाह यहाँ पर रोड शो कर रहे हैं और तस्वीरें आपको दिखाते हैं। देखिए, जबरदस्त भीड़ उमड़ी हुई है गुवाहाटी की सड़कों पर। गृह मंत्री अमित शाह यहाँ पर जनता जनार्दन के ऊपर गुलाबों के फूलों की बारिश कर रहे हैं। अमित भाई, भीड़ बहुत उमड़ रही है। आसाम के रिजल्ट की तरफ इशारा है क्या? आसाम के लोकसभा चुनावों के परिणामों की तरफ इशारा करती है क्या भीड़?
हम 12 सीटें जीतेंगे।
ये अमित भाई, रोड शो में बहुत भीड़ उमड़ रही है, रैलियों में आ रही है, लेकिन मतदाता बूथ पर वोट करने कम जा रहा है पिछले साल के मुकाबले।
ऐसा नहीं है भैया, ये विगत 3 सालों में बहुत समय के बाद मतदान सूची का शुद्धिकरण हुआ है। आप डिब्बे खुले तब देखना, 2 ही कारण है। एक तो मतदाता सूची का शुद्धिकरण हुआ है और दूसरा कांग्रेस के समर्थक निराश होकर घर पे बैठे। डिब्बे खुले तब देखना, हर जगह मार्जिन भी बढ़ेगा, सीटें भी बढ़ेगी और प्रचंड बहुमत के साथ हम 400 पार करेंगे।
मध्य प्रदेश के अध्यक्ष हैं बीडी शर्मा, उन्होंने कहा कि जो डीजी गवर्नमेंट का लॉकर है, डीजी लॉकर, उसके जो फोटो आईडी होते हैं उनको मान्य कर देना चाहिए। कई युवा उस वजह से वोट नहीं डाल पाए।
ऐसे नहीं होता है। चुनाव आयोग सभी राजनीतिक दलों से सुझाव मांगता है और चुनाव आयोग को नियमन करना है, कोई पॉलिटिकल पार्टी नहीं कर सकती।
जी, आरक्षण को लेकर विपक्ष इस समय बहुत हमलावर है। कह रहा है कि 400 पार सीटें हुई, एनडीए अगर जीता तो आरक्षण खत्म कर देगा, संविधान में बदलाव करेगा।
भाई, आप इतने पुराने पत्रकार हो, आपको मालूम होना चाहिए। आप भी राहुल बाबा को सुनकर चिल्लाते रहते हो, स्टडी नहीं करते हो। संविधान बदलने की क्षमता हमारे पास 10 सालों से। 400 पार से पहली बार नहीं आएगी। उनको पूर्ण बहुमत की सरकार की आदत नहीं है। हमारे पास 10 साल से हमने पूर्ण बहुमत का उपयोग धारा 370 हटाने में किया, ट्रिपल तलाक हटाने में किया, राम मंदिर बनाने में किया और अंग्रेजों के कानून बदलने में। 400 पार देश को मजबूत करने के लिए चाहिए। मोदी जी को आशीर्वाद दें।
प्रधानमंत्री ने आज पाकिस्तान का जिक्र किया कि पाकिस्तान के मसले पर विपक्ष मौन है, बातें नहीं कह रहा है। पहले पाकिस्तान दहशतगर्द भेजता था, आजकल आटा दाल के लाले पड़े हैं।
ठीक है, सही बात है। विपक्ष अपीसमेंट के कारण पाकिस्तान का भी विरोध करने के लिए तैयार है।
आपको लग रहा है कि विपक्ष जो बात कह रहा है कि 150 पार बीजेपी नहीं कर पाएगी, वोटिंग परसेंटेज कम है, उसमें कितना दम है?
नहीं, आप खुद राहुल गांधी को इतना गंभीरता से लेते हैं क्या? तो मुझे सवाल पूछ रहे हैं।
चलिए, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद अमित शाह जी। अमित शाह जी कह रहे हैं कि जो विपक्ष है वो गैर गंभीर है और जो बातें वो कर रहा है उसमें दम नहीं है। बीजेपी पूर्ण बहुमत की सरकार बनाएगी और आरक्षण कोई भी दल इस देश के उन नागरिकों से जो इसके हकदार हैं छीन नहीं सकता। विकास भदौरिया, NDTV, गुवाहाटी।
Hello and welcome to the Southern View. We're coming to you live from Hubballi, the Hubli-Dharwad Lok Sabha constituency, just a stone's throw away from the Eidgah Maidan, the famous controversial Eidgah Maidan of Hubli, along with the Kittur Rani Channamma statue. This is Hubli city. Of course, this is part of the Dharwad Lok Sabha constituency, has been a BJP bastion since 2004. Prahlad Joshi, first Dharwad North, and since it was formed in 2009, has been the MP of Dharwad constituency, the incumbent MP here at Dharwad. Remember, the Southern View journey has crossed almost 6,000 kilometers across 3 states, 16 Lok Sabha constituencies, and over 30 key leaders and candidates we've interviewed all along the way. Where we left you in Bengaluru on Friday, we've moved all the way to Shivamogga and then to Dharwad here today. This afternoon, I caught up with Union Minister Prahlad Joshi, who was campaigning hard in rural Dharwad, in some of those villages there, when he had made a pit stop for lunch there in a nondescript rural home in a village just a few kilometers from here. Let's listen in to that conversation I had with Union Minister Prahlad Joshi first. We're outside a nondescript rural North Karnataka home in the Dharwad Lok Sabha constituency, which is a pit stop during campaign for Union Minister Prahlad Joshi, who is been an MP, represented Dharwad since 2004, 2009 Dharwad, but earlier Dharwad North. Huh?
Yeah.
What's the defining feature of this election, sir? You've seen so many elections. What's the defining feature of 2024 Lok Sabha election? And I'm asking specifically to Karnataka.
Specifically to Karnataka and in particular Karnataka at large for entire country, what Prime Minister Shri Modi has said, that this is a trailer of whatever I have done in last 10 years, it's a trailer. That is, big picture is waiting. That is, one is developed India. Number two, in developed India, people should also have all comforts, minimum comforts, and people should not struggle for water, for their daily livelihood. And in a way, it is a upliftment from the poor class to the middle class. This is a big picture what I can see by what Shri Modi has said. And world-class infrastructure. By that, many investments will come. And our manifesto has also committed that India will become manufacturing hub. So lakhs of jobs will be created, crores together.
As you say this, but when you look at campaign speeches, the BJP's campaign speech is attacking the state government on law and order issues. The state government's campaign is on center not giving drought relief. Has it become a center state kind of election campaign?
Congress party want to make this election also as a local election. But people know it is election for the country, it is election for to make Modi Prime Minister third time. People know that very well. And Congress wants, यही जो छोटा मन से जो बात करते हैं, in spite of giving so much to the state, they want to divide between center and state. Whereas people are quite intelligent, they know for the sake of election these people are doing like this. And people have full confidence on Modi, whatever Modi says or Modi does, that will be always right. This is the confidence people have.
Is there a worry that the Siddaramaiah, Shivkumar state government and the buoyancy of the Congress, because the Congress has traditionally not done very well in parliamentary elections as far as Karnataka is concerned, do you believe that there could be a change this time? Is there a worry about that?
Not at all, because same situation was there in the 2014 also. 2013, Mr. Siddaramaiah came to power first time as the Chief Minister, and he was in such enthusiasm that he was telling in almost all the meetings that I am going to win 28 out of 28. But what happened? Then in 2019, they had coalition government. Both JDS and Congress together they fought. What happened? Same result is going to happen this time also.
Okay, as you say that, one of the campaign issues that's been picked up is the one for minority appeasement and also reservation for Muslims here in Karnataka. The Congress says that this is an effort to polarize the electorate in election season. What's your response?
Polarization, they are trying to do it. When they do appeasement, is it not the duty of in Karnataka, which is the principal opposition party, and in Karnataka, in country at large, we are a major party, we are the number one party. Is it not our duty that these people are appeasing the people? At what cost they are appeasing? When Rameshwaram blast took place, what they said? They said it is a cylinder blast. Is it not a trying to cover up because of their vote bank?
Okay, you're making a strong charge there. I'm going to go to last couple of questions that I have. I want to go to the JDS-BJP alliance and the Prajwal Ravana issue that's erupted now. Has the JDS become an embarrassment? Has it become a major embarrassment for the BJP, this issue?
See, 2 days, 3 days back, these clips have come out. I can only say, if somebody has done it, he has to be punished. There is no question on that. BJP is very clear on this. Let inquiry go on. If he is found guilty, let them punish them. I don't have any problem and my party doesn't have any problem.
So there is no condoning of the incident?
There is no question. State government has ordered SIT and let them probe it. And whatever the clippings are there, if it is true fact, then there should be a very stringent action.
Okay, you're sending out a strong message there as well. But my final question to you is regarding the faction troubles within the BJP. It's been spoken about and seen as one of the main reasons for the assembly election defeat as well. Is there a worry that there could be different factions? Because in Shivamogga, you have Ishwarappa contesting as a rebel candidate.
Except in Shivamogga, there is no rebel candidate for the BJP. We are all working together. And something happened during the assembly election that I agree. But after that, our national leadership has also taken a lot of care. According to my assessment, we will win 28 of 28.
You're saying 28 out of 28 seats. You're saying that the JDS-BJP alliance works at the grassroots because there were worries about that as well?
I don't think. There will be some problem, but as far as Lok Sabha election, these may happen in the local election, including assembly, but Lok Sabha it will not happen.
And you have seen this politics play for many, many years. You've been part of the rise of the BJP largely in Karnataka. Is there a reaching out that's happening to different factions of the leader? Because there were some worries about Lingayat vote here in Hubli as well, when the seer has recently withdrawn from the contest as well. Is that a sense of relief for you? How do you see all these developments?
See, I don't want to react on that, but I can only say all caste people, all people who are associated with a different caste, they are with me, including Lingayat.
Okay,
from quite some time.
Okay, in a rural household, on a hot summer day for a campaign pit stop, what's the secret of going on a campaign trail, sir? Don't you get tired?
Energy.
What's the secret of Prahlad Joshi's energy, if I can put it that way?
No, that is, one is, this is Jawar roti. That is in a lighter vein. But as far as meat is concerned, before I could become minister, I have visited all these places many a time. And when I was MP and before I could become state president, I used to very casually walk here and have some food. Today at least it is arranged. Sometimes when I come,
There is no arranged food. Whatever they eat, I will eat. And sitting like this on katta, it is a common for me. Only because of my work pressure, last 7-8 years, it has not happened. Otherwise, in my 25 years of my public life, I have visited all our Karyakartas' houses whenever it is possible.
Okay, that's Prahlad Joshi there after a Jovar Roti meal here in this village of Lokur in Dharwad district. He's off to campaigning now again for the rest of the evening. Well, the young Congress candidate Vinod Asuti is also campaigning hard, and we'll get you an interview with him tomorrow on the battle for Hubli, which will continue in the tomorrow show as well. But for the moment, shifting focus to the Shivamogga showdown. It was in Shivamogga, the gateway to Malanad, the hilly areas where we were yesterday, and we met 3 candidates. Remember, it's a fight between 3 families there in Shivamogga. The Yediyurappa family, the Bangarappa family, and now this time the Ishwarappa family as well. Ishwarappa is the rebel candidate of the BJP who's left the party, who's been expelled from the party, but is seeking votes in the name of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. B.S. Yediyurappa's son B.Y. Raghavendra is the incumbent there, and Geeta Shivraj Kumar of the Rajkumar family, the daughter-in-law of the Rajkumar family and daughter of former Chief Minister, late Chief Minister S. Bangarappa, who lost the seat in 2009 to B.Y. Raghavendra, wants to extract her pound of flesh. She wants her vengeance in these elections. I spoke to all 3 candidates on the campaign trail, and this is what they said. Shivamogga is really home turf for you, no, Raghavendra? It's like the strong point of the family as well as for you here.
Really, sir, really. From this constituency, father elected 8 to 9 times as a MLA and 1 time MP from Shivamogga district. Blessing of our Shivamogga people, father, they made successful steps and already up to as a national president. So blessing of our Shivamogga district. So we are a lot of love regarding this constituency, sir.
You know, you have been working, and I have seen from many years now, almost 2 decades, you've been working closely in this. You are not worried about people like Ishwarappa threatening the control of your control over Shivamogga. You're not worried about that faction fight within BJP in these elections?
Always be thinking about what we did positive issues like regarding constituency development, blessing of Modi ji, blessing of Yediyurappa ji. From last 5 years, especially from both the government, both central and state, we brought lot of development programs for this constituency. So 100% faith about our voters. In this election, our voters thinking about in the interest of nation, not any Congress guarantee or some other issue or XYZ independent candidate, not in this issue.
You're not worried about the faction power? You're not worried about Ishwarappa campaigning as Modi ji's candidate?
Nothing, sir. I have a lot of confidence about our voters, especially Shivamogga constituency, regarding from Udpi district, Indore also comes under this constituency only. Very brilliant voters. They know how to vote in Panchayat, how to vote in Vidhan Sabha, how to vote for Parliament. In the interest of Modi, in the interest of nation, 100% they will bless me in this election, sir.
As you make that statement, sir, the state government, Siddaramaiah and Shiv Kumar are on an aggressive campaign saying empty chombu. They are saying that the central government has given nothing in terms of drought relief, only 3,000 crores when 18,000 crores is asked. What's your response to that?
From last 67 years, they ruled the country. In the time of Indira Gandhi, 2/3 majority in this parliament. Now there is no opposition seat for Congress in the parliament because they gave the chombu for public. That's why our voters,
kept the Congress in, even though there is no opposition seat in parliament. So after that Modi ji's period, make it that Chombu converted to Akshaya Patra. Akshaya Patra, you know, in Kannada. So
in all languages, Akshaya Patra.
Yeah, good. In Sanskrit also Akshaya Patra. So they converted to like as a Akshaya Patra.
Last question, what is the Raghavendra X factor? The special factor in Raghavendra?
Because, you know, this is the fourth time I contested for the election. Any public representative in one election to another election, anti-incumbency issues will be rise. But regarding about BJP candidate for your Raghanna,
Raghanna is what your people call you?
Yes, sir. All our sisters are called for Raghanna only. So, blessing of my sisters, 100% will reach this goal.
ಭಾರತೀಯ ಜನತಾ ಪಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ರೈತ ನಾಯಕ ದೇವೇಗೌಡರವರಿಗೆ ಶಾರದತ್ನವರಿಗೆ ಬಂದಂತ ನಿಮಗೆ
You're taking on B.S. Yediyurappa's son Raghavendra here. While you're from a highly politically influential and film influential family, they seem to be the powerful political forces on the ground here. Are you nervous about the battle?
Not at all. Not at all. Last elections I stood against his father, and this time it is him. And one more thing is, whatever work I want to do, I concentrate on that. And I don't concentrate on who is there in the front.
So what would be your focus of the campaign in these elections?
Our party should come into power in the center. So how many of us win your MPs from all over India? That makes a difference for Rahul Gandhi to become the Prime Minister.
You don't think that the BJP-JDS alliance, which seems to be on paper having very strong arithmetic, is something that's formidable to beat in a place like Shivamogga?
I don't believe in all that. I don't believe in all that because the amount of campaigning we have been doing everywhere, this one is very positive to us. We have covered almost everywhere. Now maybe about 70% we have covered. Panchayat level also we've got. And I see the positive vibes everywhere, and in our meetings women take the 80% place over there. So I'm not scared of anybody, and I'm going to concentrate on the works that has to be done in Shivamogga city. And wherever we go, the support is so good, and my father's name carries, and he's there in everybody's heart here.
What is the Geeta, Shivraj Kumar and Shivraj Kumar X factor in these elections?
I think it's the love of the people from Shivamogga and our love to them.
Your message, sir?
Because I have been telling everybody that everybody is given a chance. They say first chance. So everybody needs a chance. Till you give the chance, you don't know what they are going to do. So I am telling you, as you give chance for everybody, why don't you give chance for my wife this time? Okay. A change should come. A new wave should come. Congress come. I'm not given guarantee to the people, but I give one guarantee for my wife is me. The people, I see that she works for everything, and I'm there behind her.
Along with the Siddaramaiah Shivkumar guarantee, there is also the Shivraj Kumar guarantee, is what you're saying. Like all persistent journalists, I keep saying last question, but I'll put one last question this time. Is this a personal legacy battle for you? Is this a prestige battle? Would you define it that way?
No, I wouldn't say it's only prestige, but my father did lose in the last election. So I would like to make up for it. And then the only thing is I'm seeing the love and affection of the people. It's overwhelming here.
Your brother is the sitting MLA from here. He's the minister in charge of the district. So it is in many ways also a personal battle.
Yes, it is a personal battle also. But all of us are fighting it together. It's not just me. It's me, my brother, my husband, and all the local leaders and our Bhadravati Sangameshwar. He's been, every time I've come here, he's been with me, helping us all the time. So I would like to
So
thank...
the party and the family all together in this battle against the V.S. Yediyurappa stronghold of Shivamogga. आपका लड़ने के वजह से will the votes not be split? बीजेपी का वोट स्प्लिट होगा तो बीजेपी के लिए ही नुकसान होगा.
बीजेपी का वोट तो नहीं स्प्लिट होता है. मेजर 70% वर्कर्स वोटर्स मेरे साथ हैं. उसके साथ साथ कांग्रेस में भी वो कौन कैंडिडेट को दिया है उन सबको कैंडिडेट के ऊपर गुस्सा है. वो बोल रहा है वो नहीं जीतेगा, इसलिए कांग्रेस वोट भी मुझे आ रहा है. वही तरफ से जेडीयू में बहुत प्रॉब्लम है. वो जेडीयू वाला, कांग्रेस वाला, जेडीयू वाला, बीजेपी वाला सभी मुझे वोट दे रहा है. इसलिए मेरा क्या चिंता है वो चिंता को सभी सपोर्ट कर रहा है. इसलिए मैं यहाँ से डेफिनेटली जीतूंगा.
आप बहुत साल से you have been one of those people who's helped build the BJP in Karnataka. Are you hurt about the fact that the party denied your son a ticket? Are you hurt about?
No, not only that one. That is also one reason. Not only that one. Because Yediyurappa ji informed my son, definitely I will give you the ticket and I will tour throughout the Haveri district. But वो मुझे बहुत धोखा दिया है. सिर्फ मुझे धोखा नहीं, सभी हिंदुत्व वालों को धोखा दिया है. सीटी रवि वो नेशनल जनरल सेक्रेटरी था, उसको धोखा दिया है. अनंत कुमार हेगड़े वो भी हिंदुत्ववादी है, उनको धोखा दिया है. और दलित कुमार कटीर, प्रताप सिम्हा और बसवनगौड़ पाटिल यत्नाड़ कौन कौन हिंदुत्व के बारे में काम कर रहा है उन सबको साइडलाइन कर रहा है. इसलिए उन सबको तो ओपनली नहीं बोल रहा है. मैं ओपनली आया है, मैं ओपनली कंटेस्ट किया है. सभी हिंदुत्व वाला मेरे साथ है. इसलिए सबको ईश्वरप्पा जीतना है, इस सबका इच्छा है.
You are saying Yediyurappa is anti-Hindutva?
No, I don't want to say all those things. Yediyurappa's son, he should become next chief minister. That is those who are ability to get the chief minister post, वो सभी sideline हो रहा है.
Okay, so you are saying dynasty politics?
Yeah, 100%. Yes, नरेंद्र मोदी जी dynasty politics को directly oppose कर रहे हैं. So at the same time, मैं कर्नाटक में ये काम कर रहा हूँ.
But my final question, sir. Those who are critics of yours will say that you are also seeking ticket for your son. So this is also dynasty politics?
No. The कर्नाटक में not only सिर्फ कर्नाटक में ही सारे देश में भाजपा एक कुटुंब को एक सीट वो फाइनल हो गया है. हमारे घर में कोई अभी एमएलए नहीं, एमपी नहीं, कोई भी नहीं. इसलिए मैं मेरे बेटे को पूछा इसमें क्या गलत है. सब इसको मेरा पार्टी का ओपिनियन क्या है, एक सूचना भी मैं अभी तक सारे जिंदगी में वो नहीं छोड़ा है.
Ishwarappa versus Yediyurappa versus the Bangarappa family. That's the Shivamogga showdown. But that's all we have time for on the show this evening. News and updates continue right here on NDTV.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand.
It's the essence of democracy, and we stand firmly behind it. We are thrilled to join NDTV's pledge.
It's the world's biggest festival of the power of a vote and the power of a citizen.
It is a day we must answer our call to duty as citizens of India.
We get this opportunity to determine how our country will be governed.
It is this constitutional duty through which we can make a difference in our nation's future.
And make India always a better place than it was yesterday.
I certainly plan to vote as long as I'm able to vote.
We are joining
NDTV's Pledge to Vote initiative.
Let us make democracy stronger by going out and exercising our franchise. Jai Hind.
You know what time is it? क्योंकि अभी जो आपको मेरी स्माइल बता रही है, it's pretty obvious the time is about Ask TG. This is the section जहाँ पे I try to answer all your questions जो आप पूछते हैं around your gadgets. अभी देखते हैं इस हफ्ते हमारे पास में कौन से सवाल हैं और मेरे पास उनके क्या जवाब आपको मिलने वाले हैं.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching NDTV. The Congress in Madhya Pradesh received a setback today with its Indore candidate Akshay Kanti Bam withdrawing his nomination. Now, State Cabinet Minister and BJP leader Kailash Vijayvargiya said that he had joined the BJP. The BJP called it a failure of the Congress leadership, a rejection of its politics and policies by its own leaders. Now, Congress claims that the BJP had been applying pressure by reviving a previous case against Mr. Bam. Now, earlier this month in Gujarat, Surat, the Congress candidate had suspended its nominee Nilesh Kumbhani, whose nomination form was rejected by the Election Commission over discrepancies. That led to BJP's Mukesh Dalal winning the Lok Sabha seat unopposed. Now, is this elimination of contest a show of strength and supremacy or a momentum-building exercise, politics of consensus, or an electoral malady that needs to be called out? That's what we will discuss tonight. We'll have a panel of experts from the BJP and, of course, from the Congress. We have BJP's Tom Vadakan and we have Charan Singh Sapra from the Congress. We'll also have political analyst Sangeeta Pranvendra joining us in a bit. Starting with you, Mr. Vadakan, thank you so much for joining us on NDTV. We've seen what happened in the Chandigarh by-poll, a matter that also went to the court. We saw what happened in Surat and now Indore. Now, Surat and Indore were seen as BJP's contests. They are seen as BJP's bastions. Are your party leaders competing with each other to show nobody in their area of influence has the audacity to oppose them? Why does the BJP not even want a contest is what many people are asking. How do you see this criticism?
Well, this is for the first time that BJP has a situation where a member has been elected without an election. The fact of the matter is, this has been happening across the period of about 1957 or 51. Almost 35 candidates have been elected unopposed, and majority of them belong to the Congress party. Incidentally, no hue and cry was raised about it. Now, there was the case of Dimple Yadav from Kannauj. She got elected unopposed. Now, these are discrepancies in the kind of pattern that the election system is formulated. If a candidate finds that he's up against a fight which he cannot defend, and if the funds that are required for an election is not available, and why they are not available are different questions, they tend to withdraw. This is a very personal experience for each candidate, especially in the context of the Congress candidate in Surat. And yes, and the leadership is weak in the Congress. Different power centers, different power groups. So end of the day, what happens there is now this man has been suspended for 6 years because he has been selected, yes, but he himself is not confident of winning. So it is not that he got himself disqualified. The fact of the matter, the returning officer found certain discrepancies to which the system did not agree on. So there was a point where the Election Commission and the electoral officer took a view. And then, this is what happened there.
Right. Let me take this to Mr. Sapra, who represents the Congress party. Sir, would you like to respond to what Mr. Vadakan is saying? Because he says that there is always a hue and cry when this happens with BJP candidates, but there are episodes in the past of opposition candidates winning unopposed, and he did mention a few instances of it. And also, there's another point that he talked about. Is the Congress not talking to its workers enough? Are some of your policies or politics not in line with what your workers may be thinking, which is why some of them are actually leaving the party? Not some of them, many of them are leaving the party.
See, I feel the reasons given by the BJP spokesman are not up to the mark. Let me tell you, I'm in Madhya Pradesh since last 1 week, and day before yesterday, I was in Indore where I had a press conference. Today, I'm in Bhopal. Now, it is not the situation. What he's trying to explain is not the situation. The situation is that the Indore incident is a repeat of Surat files, and it also has glimpse of Chandigarh mayoral poll. This is a clear-cut case of intimidation. You must have seen a BJP MLA from Indore, Mr. Ramesh Mendola, who was with Akshay Bam, and he was escorting Akshay Bam along with his goons when he went to the collector office, and when he came out from the collector office and sat in Kailash Vijayvargiya, the Honorable Minister's car, and they went to BJP office. See, this is a clear case of intimidation where goons are accompanying him. There's a BJP MLA who's escorting him, and there is a clear case of threat, like he had a case, 17-year-old case of IPC 307. 5 days ago, the same case was revived in Indore police station, and 4 more IPC charges were put on Akshay Bam. This has, scared him. What is going to happen in future? This is a clear case of intimidation. This is a threat to democracy.
Right.
This is one thing. Now, if this is one thing, when the candidates are being threatened, they are being intimidated to withdraw. Then on the other side, Prime Minister also gives a hate speech, and the Election Commission looks on the other side and sends the notice to the BJP president. So where is the fair and free election? What Narendra Modi was talking, or what Election Commission is talking, these are not the cases of fair and free elections. So the democracy in India is under threat. Modi-cracy is, prevailing over the democracy.
Okay. Sangeeta Pranvendra, who is a political journalist and also commentator, joins us. Sangeeta, how do you see this, episode that happened in Indore today? And some days ago, we saw Mr. Kumbhani winning, the Mukesh Dalal, who is basically the BJP candidate, winning unopposed in Surat, which is also another BJP bastion, just like Indore is. Is this the BJP showing, its strength? It's talking about it. It's one way of symbolically telling its workers that nobody can oppose it. It's one way of eliminating contest. Or do you think Congress workers are actually so, not really in line with the party's policies and politics that they feel it's better for them to join the BJP?
Actually, Vasudha, the way I see it, Congress is a house in disorder. And very symbolically speaking, with their symbol of the hand, it wouldn't be incorrect to say the right hand doesn't know what the left is doing. Now, in Surat, you have a candidate whose nomination is not cleared. In Indore, you have Akshay Bam, who withdraws his nomination. Now, these are not two known cases. You have a Rajasthan where the Congress does not even know when it's going into alliance with the BAP. Now they have fielded a candidate. The candidate refuses to withdraw. They have an alliance, and they also have a candidate. In Jaipur, they withdraw a candidate. They give the ticket to another candidate who was a former minister, Pratap Singh Kachariawas, and he begins his election with saying, Hare ka Sahara Baba Sham, like he's accepting defeat. What is wrong with the Congress? Is there such utter despondency in the party? But what needs to be understood is that there is something that's seriously wrong within the party. Either there is no communication, or they are giving tickets to people who are not willing to contest, or they do not have their game plan ready. The larger things that I see is that they do not know what path they are walking. Right. They just know that they have to fight an election. They have an alliance. Somewhere the alliance functions, somewhere it malfunctions. They go against their own allies. The allies go against them. Then they have such major goof-ups. They have to announce candidates, which is delayed. I mean, there's all sort of craziness happening. So rather than blame the BJP, wouldn't it be better for the Congress to look inwards?
Right, Mr. Vadakan, would you also answer why? I mean, something that Mr. Sapra was also talking about, this brandishing of photos. You know, the optics of it. Mr. Kailash Vijayvargiya showing off this photo with this candidate. That optics may not be good for your party, isn't it? Because you may say that you don't have anything to do with it, but here is your own party leader proudly saying that this person has joined us. Similarly, that happened in Surat as well. So that may not really be in line or be good for the perception of the party, isn't it? Which really talks about democracy.
Sapra,
Sangeeta, yes. Mr. Vadakan, please reply to this. Sangeeta, I'll just come to you in a bit.
Sapra is a dear friend, and I don't want to contest with him and join issues on many of the things. But when there is an incorrect submission being made by him, I need to course correct it. You see, this photograph of our leaders, when these kind of things happen, it is natural for the other party to attack the candidate. The man has to be protected. If he has done something which does not suit the high command, there are attacks bound to happen. So if they have moved in to protect him, what is the harm? I agree, perception might create a problem. But the reality is the man will be lynched in the streets. And that man needs protection, number one. Number two, what is the huge issue? When you fight an election, you need that kind of money to support you.
Right.
The money that has come through these bonds and all that, where is that gone? Candidates have not got the money.
Okay, I'm out of time now. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining me. There was one similarity between Surat and Indore. Both were judged the cleanest cities in recent times when it came to implementation of Modi government's priority of Swachhta. Today, that politics also witnessed a meeting point. Nothing defines a political culture better than disagreements and fair contest. We also have V.D. Sharma, the president of Madhya Pradesh BJP, joining us to talk about what really happened today. Thank you, Mr. Sharma, हमसे बात करने के लिए। सर, कुछ दिन पहले खजुराहो की बात हो रही थी, वहां पे भी लग रहा था कि आपको वॉकओवर मिलेगा, उसके चुनाव हो गए हैं। और आज जो हुआ इंदौर में, कुछ दिन पहले सूरत में भी ऐसी घटना हुई थी जब ऑपोजिशन के कैंडिडेट ने अपना नॉमिनेशन विड्रॉ कर लिया था। आज वही चीज हुई। इस एपिसोड को आप किस तरह देखते हैं सर?
वसुधा जी, देश के अंदर आज कांग्रेस के हालात ये बने हैं, मध्य प्रदेश के अंदर भी बने हैं। जो आपने कहा कि पहले खजुराहो में इंडी गठबंधन को कांग्रेस ने सीट सौंपी थी और इंडी गठबंधन के समाजवादी के प्रत्याशी आपसी विवाद और झगड़े के कारण से उन्हें जो भी हुआ हो और उनका नॉमिनेशन फॉर्म रद्द हुआ। लेकिन इंदौर की जो घटना है, ये घटना एक अलग प्रकार की है कि स्वयं कांग्रेस के प्रत्याशी ने जाकर के नॉमिनेशन वापस लिया है और वापस लेकर के जो कहा है वो महत्वपूर्ण है कि आज कांग्रेस के हालात ऐसे हैं। मैं प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में आज विश्वास व्यक्त करता हूं और देश के अंदर जिस प्रकार से मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में देश आगे बढ़ रहा है, मैं भी उस धारा में प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के साथ जाना चाहता हूं, इसलिए मैं नॉमिनेशन विड्रॉवल कर रहा हूं। तो ये महत्वपूर्ण है कि जनता जिस प्रकार से मोदी जी को आज तीसरी बार प्रधानमंत्री बनाने के लिए संकल्पित है, तो जनता आज जो मोदी जी के साथ खड़ी है, तो इन्हें लगता है कि जनता जब उधर है तो हम कहां बचेंगे। इसलिए अब कांग्रेस के कार्यकर्ता भी, कांग्रेस के नेता भी और अब कांग्रेस के लोकसभा के प्रत्याशी भी आज कांग्रेस को नमस्ते करके और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के सानिध्य में माननीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में वो आना चाहते हैं। तो ये कांग्रेस के हालात देश के अंदर, प्रदेश के अंदर इस प्रकार के आज बने हैं कि कांग्रेस पूरी तरह से अपना अस्तित्व खो रही।
मिस्टर शर्मा, बार बार ऑपोजिशन का कहना ये है कि आपकी पार्टी इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग एजेंसीज को मिसयूज कर रही है और डर के मारे ऑपोजिशन के लोग आपको ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं। अब ये जो अक्षय बाम थे, इनके खिलाफ भी केसेस थे और कुछ रिवाइव हो रहे थे, कांग्रेस का कहना था। तो क्या ये बात सही है सर?
वसुधा जी, इसमें 1% भी सत्यता नहीं है। कांग्रेस झूठ और छल कपट की राजनीति ही करती आई है। जो लोग ईवीएम पर क्वेश्चन खड़ा करें, अपनी हार का ठीकरा फोड़े, दिग्विजय सिंह जैसे लोग, मिस्टर बंटाढार, और उसके बाद सर्वोच्च न्यायालय क्या आज देश को वर्डिक्ट देता है। मैं ऐसा मानता हूं कि ये तो केवल इनके बहानेबाजी है। कोई एक मैं आपने कहा कि खजुराहो के अंदर इंडी गठबंधन के प्रत्याशी का फॉर्म नॉमिनेशन रद्द हुआ। अगर रद्द हुआ, उनने आरोप लगाए, लेकिन आपका प्रत्याशी कोर्ट तक नहीं गया। आपको अपील करना चाहिए अगर आपको कोई कहीं शंका है तो। ये केवल झूठ बोलते हैं और ऐसा कहीं भी नहीं है। मैं तो प्रत्यक्षदर्शी हूं ना इस बात का। किसने दबाव डाला बताइए जरा। इंदौर के अंदर किसने दबाव डाला? आपके मन की स्वयं इच्छाएं हैं। आपके प्रत्याशी इतने कमजोर हैं, आपको लगता है कि हम नहीं कुछ कर सकते, तो आपको लगता है कि भाजपा के साथ जाकर के हम कुछ करना चाहते हैं, तो इसलिए आज वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के साथ भी आते हैं और आपके नॉमिनेशन को भी वो विड्रॉवल करते हैं। ये वास्तव में देश में इस प्रकार की घटनाएं जो आज कांग्रेस के अंदर हो रही है, जो कांग्रेस के नेतृत्व के प्रति आज अविश्वास उनके नेता और कार्यकर्ताओं में ही जाकर चुका है।
Thank you, Mr. Sharma, हमसे बात करने के लिए. Moving on, a low voter turnout has been registered not just in phase 1 of the elections but also in phase 2. What does a low voter turnout indicate and what explains this complacency of voters? This episode of Poll Science will discuss that. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Poll Science. The slump in the voters' turnout continued even in the second phase of the Lok Sabha elections, in which 88 constituencies across 18 states of India went for polling. Now, the average turnout was nearly 64.7% as against 69.4% in 2019. I spoke to both sides here politically, and both of them admit being not too sure entirely about whose voters are not turning up at the polling centres and why. Now, migration, vacation season, heat wave and the typically lengthy voting season seem to have contributed to this low voter turnout. To understand the impact of this on the final outcome, we have with us a data expert and political commentator, Amitabh Tiwari. Thank you, Mr. Tiwari, for your time. Mr. Tiwari, the drop in voter turnout from the 2019 elections has been drastic, averaging around 5 percentage points. Which are the states, in your view and research, where the drop has been very glaring?
See, if you see the Hindi heartland states, the drop has been alarming, like Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. Even in states which used to have a higher polling percentage, like West Bengal and Kerala, though the polling is higher than the overall average of 65% for phase 2, they have also seen a slump in voting turnout. So this could be due to a base effect, which was that the base was already higher in states like Northeast or Kerala, West Bengal, and there has been some slump. But in the Hindi heartland states, Rajasthan including, the turnout has been lower.
Right. Mr. Tiwari, talking about reasons, starting with the most important of all, heat cannot be really solely blamed for this because, if you look at the weather patterns, even in 2019, the same things, the same weather patterns continued. Also, UP, Western UP, Muzaffarnagar, all these places, there has been electoral dynamic difference here. Sapa and Baspa not together. There is RLD and BJP together. Do you think that, sort of made a difference?
No, see, temperature-wise, if you see, as you said, in Rajasthan in phase 1, the temperature was better than 2019 because there were rains. In Assam, the temperatures were better. But in some states like Bihar, the temperature was higher by 1 degrees to 5 degrees in certain seats. If we talk about political dynamics, there is also a political reasoning for different seats and states having a lower turnout, like you said for UP. Now in UP, normally or largely the Western UP has voted. So that's a Jat land. Now you have one party which claims to be the representative of Jat community, which has switched sides from the India bloc to the NDA bloc. So do all its voters switch from India bloc to NDA bloc? It seems that there is some amount of discontent among the traditional voters of RLD, and all of them are not switching to the NDA just because their leader Jayant Chaudhary has made a decision. Similarly, in states like Bihar, where in this phase 2, all the seats which went to polls were of JDU. JDU was contesting in these seats. So if the turnout is lower, it tends to indicate that the BJP voter is not wholeheartedly coming out in support of Nitish because of his constant flip-flops, which has dented his image.
What about Maharashtra, sir? How would you explain the low turnout?
Maharashtra was almost same as last time in phase 2 and a little bit lower in phase 1. There also, if you see, the voter is confused. Who is the real Sena? Who is the real NCP? All this hopping of leaders from one party to another. Even BJP has taken leaders which it has accused of corruption charges in the past. So if you see the normal voter, a section of the normal voter also is disillusioned. There is voter fatigue, voter apathy at going to vote for which party. Now many people, neutral voters, see political parties as same. There's not much difference between political parties for neutral, largely urban middle class voters. So this could also be the difference or the reason for a low voting in Maharashtra particularly, because there's a khichdi now in Maharashtra's politics.
Right. And explain to us about this base effect, sir, because in northeastern states, also in Bengal, 71%, in Kerala also 17% doesn't seem too bad for a developed or a politically conscious state like Bengal, but still it's worse. The voting percentage seems to have reduced as opposed to last time.
Yeah, so northeastern states mostly see a voter turnout of 80% and above, because the number of voters there are very small, equal to the size of one Vidhan Sabha perhaps of Delhi is the size of a Lok Sabha there. And what happens is that because of a high base effect, which means that when the turnout is already 80, 85, 90% in some seats, a drop could be natural because of the reasons which we have discussed. In West Bengal also, the turnout always has been higher because there has been a severe competition between CPM and Congress and then the TMC in the past elections. This time also, because there is a fierce competition between BJP and TMC to save its turf and BJP trying to make inroads in the east because they have largely maxed out in north and west. For that, the drop in turnout is a bit surprising because there is very competitive politics there and voters come out in large numbers to celebrate the festival of democracy.
Right. Mr. Tiwari, conventionally a higher voter turnout has generally been a message about anti-incumbency in earlier polls before the BJP became the pole of Indian politics. So is there something that the opposition has to worry about here?
No, actually higher turnout is seen as a vote of anti-incumbency and lower turnout a pro-incumbency vote. But if you analyze elections from 1957 to 2016, 10 times turnout has increased and 6 times declined. Of the 10 times the turnout has increased, 6 times the incumbent government has won. Means 60% chance of an incumbent government actually coming back when the turnout increases. So it's opposite to what we generally tend to believe. However, it's a seat by seat and state by state, it is different, but we are talking about an overall level. When 6 times the turnout declined, only 2 times the incumbent has returned to power. So that's also contrary to what we believe.
Right.
See, as you said, you talk to both the camps, the BJP, the Congress or the NDA and the India bloc. It is very difficult to ascertain whose voter has not come out to vote. Only in some constituencies which are, let's say, you have clear indication of the population segment of that particular booth, you can tend to make out. But in rest of the booths, it is very difficult to make out.
Right.
So as you said, why are political parties not very enthusiastic or not very happy at this news? Why does everybody want a higher turnout? Because it gives a sense of feeling that our voters or our committed voters have turned out and vote.
Yes.
If it's a lower turnout, nobody knows who has not come out to vote.
Absolutely.
So that brings a question mark. So the opposition also, as you said, should not be very enthused because numbers do not give a clear picture. And what happens is that for the Congress party to win, it has to make a dent in BJP vote. So the first leg of the transaction is that the BJP voter, disillusioned, doesn't come out and vote and votes for the Congress. So the second leg is not happening because the margins are huge.
Right.
In Congress versus BJP seats, 20% plus. Unless the voter switches from BJP to Congress, that's not a very positive news for Congress also.
Right.
Because if they are disillusioned and do not vote, it also shows that they do not see confidence in the opposition, and that's why they are not hopping on from the incumbent party to the opposition bloc.
Right. So the third phase is Northern Karnataka, Maharashtra, Gujarat, where the fight is about margins, and also Mumbai votes on the 20th, Delhi votes on 25th. We already saw how bad the voter turnout in Bengaluru was. How do you see these how do you see these cities faring when it comes to voter turnout, and how important is voter turnout in the electoral outcomes of these constituencies?
See, Gujarat has largely been a bipolar state where BJP has been sweeping, and Gujarat is one of the states, at least in the Vidhan Sabha elections, where BJP has been winning despite a lower voter turnout for the past 2 elections. So a lower voter turnout actually has been helping the party there. This time we've seen candidates swapping, or rather from Congress side, one seat has already gone to BJP. So you could see a less or a lack of enthusiasm amongst the Congress voters, especially in Gujarat, because it's also linked to Gujarati Asmita and pride with the Prime Minister and the Home Minister belonging to the state. Now if you talk about Mumbai or Delhi, generally we see that in urban centers due to voter apathy also, because a lot of people do not believe in this political process, as they do not get a chance to participate in the political process, and the Election Commission also somehow has kept the dates as Friday and Monday for both of these elections. So I don't know how they have placed these dates, that they choose only Friday and Monday for dates of elections in urban centers, which gives a long weekend to people and a reason to go out.
Yes, and so very quickly, migrant workers, women and youth, these are three section of voters that have actually attracted a lot of attention. Do we know anything about the voting patterns of these particular sections, specifically when the voter turnout has come down?
No, if you see, women voters for the first time in electoral history outnumbered the men in 2019. However, this data is not available still for phase 1 and phase 2 in detail. But if you see states like Madhya Pradesh, the women voter turnout has declined by 9%. But that has also happened for men also. But the reason could be there again is political, that you do not have Shivraj as the chief minister, and Shivraj used to be very popular among women voters. In youth, if you see, only 38% of the people eligible to get registered have been registered as first-time voters. So that already shows a lack of enthusiasm amongst the youth because of the disconnect with the political discourse. And when you talk about migrant workers, the ECI had talked about a system of remote voting for them, which could have dealt with this problem. But with that system not in place, and in this scorching heat, a daily wager going back to the state and probably wasting 2 to 4 days of his time and earnings could not probably afford in this kind of a situation. So these things do impact the voter turnout as well.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Tiwari, for those insights. Factors such as urban voter apathy, voting sentiment, long election cycle, and many mysterious reasons seem to have contributed to the low voter turnout. But here's hoping that the third phase will break that trend. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back with another episode of Poll Science tomorrow.
Brought to you by
बातम्यांचा नवा गड NDTV मराठी.
The 18th Lok Sabha elections. As always, NDTV has its ear to the ground.
With the biggest pie of 80 seats, all eyes will be on Uttar Pradesh.
Will the Troika ensure the Modi umbrella unites all?
It is the first election in Naya Kashmir since the scrapping of Article 370.
Will the same number of lotuses bloom in the desert, or can Gehlot lend a helping hand to India?
With BJP having Max here with the only pillar standing of Chhindwara fall.
Can Didi once again withstand the saffron tide?
Will BJP stay strong in its northeast bastion?
Jhadu ka jadoo or Modi magic? Can Congress gain lost ground in Punjab?
Will Revanth Reddy be able to increase the Congress strength in Telangana this time? And in Andhra Pradesh, will the Jagannath be able to stop Chandrababu Naidu and Pawan Kalyan?
Can BJP win back its only stronghold in the south? Or will it be a Congress consolidation?
Can BJP make a dent in the Dravidian den?
Let's talk about Android. और Android से मेरा मतलब है let's talk about this Google Pixel 8 Pro. एंड द रीजन कि मैं आपसे पिक्सल फोन के बारे में बात कर रहा हूं वो सिर्फ इसीलिए कि एंड्रॉयड का जब भी whenever we have a latest release coming in, किसी और फोन में आपको अपडेट मिले ना मिले, जल्दी मिले या लेट मिले, these phones are the first ones to get it. And guys, this time we're talking about Android 15. जी हाँ, this phone is right now running on Android 15. At the same time, let me give you a full clarity कि ये Android 15 का एक full stable version नहीं है. This is just a preview right now that we have. Definitely has काफी सारी bugs, बहुत सारे issues भी हैं. Let's move ahead and explore at the same time कि आखिर हमको कौन से नए features हैं जो मिलने वाले हैं in the upcoming new release of Android, which is Android 15. अभी के लिए इस Pixel 8 Pro में, and who knows moving next in your own smartphone जो अभी आपके हाथ में है, आपकी जेब में है. जब उसमें Android 15 आएगा तो पता लगाना जरूरी है कि उसमें फीचर्स क्या मिलने वाले हैं हमको, coming straight from Google.
All right, guys, so let's talk.
This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV 24/7.
Hello, Moto.
Good evening, it's 8 o'clock. The top headlines on the news tonight. High drama in Hyderabad over the Shah fake video case. Day after the FIR, the Delhi police swooped down on Telangana Congress. The Delhi cops doorstep Congress netas in Telangana. The Telangana Chief Minister Revanth Reddy says the Delhi police is the BJP's political tool. Fake video, remember, showed Amit Shah calling for quota abolition. Top ministers on NDTV amid hectic poll campaigning. Amit Shah hits out at the Congress over his quota comment. Amit Shah to NDTV says we will never hurt the constitution. Meanwhile, Piyush Goyal's only poll debut this time says only one Sena and NCP. Meanwhile, Smriti Irani says Priyanka or Rahul, Amethi will choose me. Protests against the JDS MP embroiled in the sex video row. Huge protests in Karnataka's Hassan against Devagowda's grandson. HD Revanna calls the case a political conspiracy. Meanwhile, Revanna's father says the video is 4 years old. Priyanka Gandhi ups the ante against the BJP, says, why is the Prime Minister still silent? A Surat replay in Indore. After Surat, the Indore Congress candidate backs out. The Congress candidate withdraws nomination and joins the BJP. Battle for Malda, a three-way contest for the Bengal seat. Can the Congress retain its old Bengal bastion? CAA, a key election issue in Bengal's Malda. Our lead story tonight, from Telangana to Assam, fast-paced political developments in the Amit Shah fake video investigation. Soon after a case was registered, the Delhi police landed up at the Telangana Congress headquarters, almost doorstepping party leaders for reportedly sharing the fake video on official handles. The Chief Minister office, however, has categorically denied the charge. In fact, Chief Minister Revanth Reddy went on to say that the Delhi police is a political tool in the hands of the BJP. The fake video, remember, showed the Home Minister calling for an abolition of reservation for SCs, STs and the OBCs, a politically sensitive issue which is at the center of the election discourse. Listen in.
Modi ji, आज तक अमित शाह जी ईडी, इनकम टैक्स, सीबीआई को इस्तेमाल कर रहे थे चुनाव जीतने के लिए. अभी मेरे समाचार मिला है तेलंगाना कांग्रेस पार्टी ऑफिस में दिल्ली पुलिस पहुंचा हुआ है. सोशल मीडिया में कोई पोस्टिंग लगाया, इसीलिए तेलंगाना के कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष को, तेलंगाना मुख्यमंत्री को हम अरेस्ट करते बोल के नोटिस लेकर तेलंगाना गांधी भवन में पहुंच गए. इसका मतलब नरेंद्र मोदी जी ईडी, इनकम टैक्स, सीबीआई हो गए, अभी दिल्ली पुलिस को इस्तेमाल कर रहे चुनाव जीतने के लिए. यहाँ पर कोई डरने वाले नहीं है भाई, यहाँ पर पलट के जवाब देने वाले हैं.
And Uma Sudhir is now joining us live from Hyderabad. Neeta Sharma is also with us from the NDTV newsroom. Uma, first to you. So high drama at the Telangana Congress headquarters, though the Chief Minister has not been served a summons, and he categorically, in fact, his office denied the charge, and he says it's a political conspiracy.
Yes, indeed. Revanth Reddy, as we just heard, has retorted, saying that just like the CBI, ED and IT, the Delhi police is also being used to threaten, and he says he's not among those who's going to be scared of and is willing to answer back. That's what he says, retort. Yes, at Congress headquarters here in Telangana at the Gandhi Bhavan, 3 notices were served, number 177, 178 and 180. And what Gandhi Bhavan sources seem to indicate is that many number of people, at least 180 people, would have been issued notices for having tweeted or retweeted that alleged fake video of the Union Home Minister. And at least, the notices that we have seen, they have been asked to appear before the Delhi police at Dwarka on May 1 at 10:30, along with the gadgets and devices that are supposed to have been or alleged to have been used for either doctoring or for creating the video itself, for recording the video, or for tweeting and retweeting the same video. Yes, you are right. CMO has clarified to NDTV that so far they have not received any summons from the Delhi police, either at the residence of Mr. Revanth Reddy or at his office at the Telangana CM office. What they have also said is that none of the official handles of the CMO or Revanth Anumula have tweeted or retweeted any of that content, but it is likely, I would think, that because he happens to be the Telangana Congress chief, they may have issued the summons to him, and he is being called to explain the position of the Congress social media cell, which they say is responsible for it, because the 3 people who have got the notices include the social media cell and also Congress spokesperson. Back to you.
Thanks for that update. Neeta Sharma is also with us. So, Neeta, the Delhi police moving fast with the investigation. One arrest has been made from Assam as well. And this entire issue around reservation, about which the fake video was, is really a sensitive one and at the center of the political discourse as well.
Absolutely. Telangana Congress handle tweeted this video. Later, though, they deleted it. And that's the reason why the BJP unit of Telangana have forwarded the complaint to the Election Commission also. Today, leaders of Bharatiya Janata Party also met Election Commission. They also flagged this issue because the matter pertains to the Union Home Minister and the statement that has come out of it. Mr. Amit Malviya, who's the IT cell in charge, he's the head. He's heading the BJP IT cell. He also says through this the opposition party is trying to target people and also trying to instigate violence, instigate riots in the country, and that's the reason why the matter was handed over to Delhi Police Special Cell late in the evening yesterday. The police registered the case, and as you were mentioning, Vedant, they acted swiftly and they flew to Telangana and have served notices to 5 people and asked them to appear before them on May 1st in Dwarka. That's the IFSO unit cell of a special cell. Vedant?
Right, Anita and Uma, thanks very much for joining us with those updates and details there. So the Delhi police moving fast with the investigation. This has become a full-blown political war as well now. But moving now to our big election exclusives. Well, it's campaign season, it's poll season. Politicians are sweating it out on the ground, and so are our journalists bringing us news makers of the day. Well, our big election exclusive, Amit Shah spoke to NDTV on his grand roadshow in Assam's Guwahati, hitting out at the Congress over their quota charge. He also said that the BJP will never hurt the constitution. Take a look.
अमित भाई, भीड़ बहुत उमड़ रही है। आसाम के रिजल्ट की तरफ इशारा है क्या? आसाम के लोकसभा चुनावों के परिणामों की तरफ इशारा करती है क्या भीड़?
हम 12 सीटें जीतेंगे।
ये अमित भाई, रोड शो में बहुत भीड़ उमड़ रही है, रैलियों में आ रही है, लेकिन मतदाता बूथ पर वोट करने कम जा रहा है पिछले साल के मुकाबले।
ऐसा नहीं है भैया, ये विगत 3 सालों में बहुत समय के बाद मतदान सूची का शुद्धिकरण हुआ है। आप डिब्बे खुले तब देखना, 2 ही कारण, एक तो मतदाता सूची का शुद्धिकरण हुआ है और दूसरा कांग्रेस के समर्थक निराश होकर घर पे बैठे। डिब्बे खुले तब देखना, हर जगह मार्जिन भी बढ़ेगा, सीटें भी बढ़ेगी और प्रचंड बहुमत के साथ हम 400 पार करेंगे।
आप मध्य प्रदेश के अध्यक्ष हैं बीडी शर्मा, उन्होंने कहा कि जो डीजी गवर्नमेंट का लॉकर है, डीजी लॉकर, उसके जो फोटो आईडी होते हैं उनको मान्य कर देना चाहिए। कई युवा उस वजह से वोट नहीं डाल पाए।
ऐसे नहीं होता है। चुनाव आयोग सभी राजनीतिक दलों से सुझाव मांगता है और चुनाव आयोग को नियमन करना है, कोई पॉलिटिकल पार्टी नहीं कर सकती।
जी, आरक्षण को लेकर विपक्ष इस समय बहुत हमलावर है, कह रहा है कि 400 पार सीटें हुई, एनडीए अगर जीता तो आरक्षण खत्म कर देगा, संविधान में बदलाव करेगा।
संविधान बदलने की क्षमता हमारे पास 10 सालों से, 400 पार से पहली बार नहीं आएगी। उनको पूर्ण बहुमत की सरकार की आदत नहीं है, हमारे पास 10 साल से हमने पूर्ण बहुमत का उपयोग धारा 370 हटाने में किया, ट्रिपल तलाक हटाने में किया, राम मंदिर बनाने में किया और अंग्रेजों के कानून बदलने में। 400 पार देश को मजबूत करने के लिए चाहिए, मोदी जी को आशीर्वाद दें।
And now our other big election exclusive at 59, a three-time Rajya Sabha MP and one of the faces of the Modi government's big infra push, Piyush Goyal, is making his election debut. 40 years ago, it was at the Goyal residence that the Shiv Sena BJP alliance was inked in the 80s. Cut to 2024, Piyush finds himself in the middle of the battle of alliances. Listen in to what he told NDTV about the Mahayuti.
It was in your house in 1980s that the alliance of the Shiv Sena and the BJP was inked in many ways, signed and finalized. How is the alliance, the battle of alliances taking place right now in Maharashtra? How do you look at it? Because the reason why I'm saying is that there are two Shiv Senas, there are two NCPs, so people are confused.
First of all, let me start by contesting what you said in the end. There are no two Shiv Senas, there are no two NCPs. The major chunk of the party is what matters. I mean, imagine 13 MPs and almost all the MLAs have come with Eknath Shinde, and they are the true Shiv Sena. The Election Commission has also endorsed that. Ajit Pawar, the entire MLA base and the public leadership which he has in the state of Maharashtra, the world recognizes he is the true leader of the NCP. So we have some ragtag small groups which are remaining outside, more for their family affiliations, the desire of Mr. Sharad Pawar to install Supriya Sule at the cost of Ajit Pawar, or the desire of Mr. Uddhav Thackeray to install Aditya Thackeray. Even though, if you look back in history, Raj Thackeray was the rightful heir of Bala Saheb's legacy. So it's unfortunate that, as they say, blood is thicker than public adulation or public demand. And therefore, I don't believe that in any way there are two Shiv Senas or two NCPs. There is only one Shiv Sena, which is with Eknath Shinde. There's only one NCP, which is with Ajit Pawar.
Are you not worried that there is a possibility of sympathy for Uddhav Thackeray and Sharad Pawar?
One usually has sympathy for a person who has been wronged. And if at all somebody has been wronged in Maharashtra, it is Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
So an interesting battle there in Mumbai. But moving now to Uttar Pradesh, well, star